Boom, we're there. How you doing? How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. 1 minute late. Some bits and pieces to do, as you can imagine. Let me, what I'm going to do, I'll get my pop-out chat up first. Let's pause me off. Don't want me rattling hearing my voice. Turn the volume up a touch when I open up the old the stream up. Let's get the pop-out chat working. Pop out, there it is. Let's push that StreamYards and push my pop-out up, which is good. I also want to fire my emails up as well because I've got a few questions that came in today or this week. From some of my subscribers have asked me questions. So I thought what I'm going to try and do is try and get the questions to stay on the live stream because that way, you know, I don't know it all. I don't even pretend to know it all. But it might kind of a bit of a feature, a bit of a questions and answer time, you know. Might be quite good. So let's just put the old pop-out chat where it belongs. Somewhere there. 30 in the house. Been going. How long? A minute and a half. That's cool. So I hope you're doing okay. I've had a bit of a busy week, actually. Been rather busy, which is good, right? Still waiting on parts, like you wouldn't believe. Parts is just, oh my lord, just so slow. It's absolutely doing my head in at the minute. But I have been busy. That just glitched in. Anyone see that? Been working on the old Villiers today. That one just there. I've got a few issues with it though, but you'll see in the upcoming videos. I need a spare part for that now. I had a bit of an issue today. Nearly stabbed myself in the hand. But I'll come to that in a bit. So hopefully some of you guys might be do a bit of a mission for me, either after the stream or during the stream would be good. To see if some of you guys can come up with the goodies that I need to get this machine up and running properly. I have had it running, but I have an issue with it. So oh, I'm back. It kicked me out. I don't know what happened there. It just went, oh, something went wrong and kicked me out. I have seen a lot of that happening at the moment on YouTube, in particular with the StreamYards. Lots of people going live and then all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. So I don't think it's me. I think it's everybody else. Give us a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me okay, because I have lost it. I'm saying 37 in the house, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm not quite sure. Issue, yeah, it's just kicked me out, Ali. Good signal strength. The old... yeah, 5 bars. Everything's doing what it should be doing. Yeah, cheers, Jason. Thanks for that. So I think it's just a glitch. It has been doing it quite a lot on lots of people's streams. You see them go live, and then you look through their history stuff, and it's like they've gone live 3 times in like 5 minutes. I know that Go-Karts and Gone Fishing, he had a hell of a job trying to stay on a live stream. I've seen a few other people have had a bit of an issue. So anyway, what I was saying beforehand, sorted. Yeah, it just does it. It does just kick you out. There's lots. Don't forget, we are still on lockdown in lots of countries, so lots of people are streaming. Lots of people are using StreamYard, Zooms, and what have you for internet therapy and what have you. So yeah, it's what it is. So it's what it is. So I've got 38 in the house. As I was saying before, I got kicked out. Been working on the Ransom Marquis Mark IV. This week I've got 2 or 3 videos already done on it, and I've had it running, but I can tell you it does run, which is good, but I have an issue with it, and I want you guys to see if you can help me out. So what I'm looking for is a AML carburetor float. That's AMAL, and it is I think it's a 379. I think. Let me have a little look. Let me come out of there. Let's have a little look here. Backwards, maybe be good. Yeah, an AMAL 379 float for that carburetor. So if anyone knows of anyone that's got an AMAL 379 carburetor or just a float, the float are normally brass, although some people do have plastic ones. Don't you, Pete? I don't know how you managed to wangle that one, but mine's a brass one. In the video, you'll see what I've done to it. It was working, but it's not going to be reliable. So if anyone can Google search anywhere in the world for an AMAL 379, brass float would be good. I know, Pete. Brass float would be good. If anyone's got one, I will buy it off you for £1 million. If anyone's knows of someone that's got spares of it, please let me know. I keep prompting throughout the entire stream. Without that float working effectively, the carburetor is just flooding. And when I say flooding, it will just empty the tank. What size front rollers? What size are the front rollers? Want to change the plastic ones for wood? If you're doing yours, what size are the front rollers, or want to change plastic wood? All you got to do is there's actually a company on eBay. If you measure your rollers outside diameter and then the shaft diameter, there's a company on eBay that sell them for around about anywhere between £35 to £60, depending on what size you need. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going for a new set of either ash or oak rollers for this. As I say, I have had it running today, but not running as well as it should. So that's that. Apart from that, I've been super duper busy buying stuff, selling stuff, but making carburetors out of gaskets out of gasket paper today. That's another one of my challenges I had to do today. But got through that and had a nice telephone conversation or Zoom conversation with some family members over in the Netherlands today. First time I spoke to them in about 4 years. Really nice to catch up with them. It's our extended family. So had a really good day. There are 2 carbs on eBay. I have seen them and I am watching them. One's up for about £23, £21, and one's up for 35. Yeah, I've already got my eyes on those. You're going to make your own. That's cool. We'll make me some then, bud. Yeah, I've seen 2, and there is a Villiers lawnmower thing on Facebook as well. There's a group there. Benedict White's just sent me a link to something. Let's have a look what that is, Benedict. So let's have a quick little search over to there. Yeah, been there. They list the diagram, Benedict, but they don't list the actual part. Unfortunately, I don't know if they've actually got it. I need to contact them. They are the official dealers or the official makers of that carburetor. There's one on eBay says Theo. What, one just float Theo or one complete carburetor? If I can get the float is literally tiny. Which should be good. You would have thought that Pete Frau would take his one apart and donate his one to me. You would have thought that, wouldn't you? Give us a thumbs up if you would think that. You would have thought Pete would take his apart and strip it, but there you go. So yeah, the 2 carburetors that are on eBay I've seen, and I've been checking all the websites pretty much that you guys are going to be doing now. I've been checking those websites, and they don't. I can't see it. It's not happening, but they must do them. They must do them. So we see just a float. Oh, just a float. Theo, send me a link to that, please, mate. Send me a link, big boy. I want to see that link, Theo. I put it in our search. I couldn't find it anywhere. So yeah, send me that link. That'd be lovely. You can't send a link, can you, Theo? Hang on. Hold up. Well, if you just send me the link and put it in the chat, I can then copy it, paste it, and put it into a search engine, see what comes up. Try that. Yeah. Do that. Right, so I've been waffling for 9 minutes already. Let's see what we've got in the old chat. I've got 59, 60 in the old room, which is lovely to see those kind of numbers. Give us a thumbs up on your way in. That'd be lovely. Troll, just hopping on a sec to say hello. Grilling out with the adult kids, rare occasion. That sounds like a lovely thing to do. Have a fantastic time. I hope you really do enjoy yourselves. That's what it's all about. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on your comment, Theo. If there's a float, if you can send me a link, that'd be cool. Lovely. Right. So we know the rules and regs, don't we, guys? We know the rules and regs. Anyone that's new, no more than 2 emojis, no capital letters, no swearing, no beating each other up. Try and get along. If you don't, the mods will just take you out. Simple as that. We know the rules. It's nothing sinister. It's just I like a nice, tidy, clean stream as best we can. And there's lots of dirty ones if you want it. If you want to do that, go over there. If not, stay where you are over here. So once you come up on the panel, also, same rules apply, apart from capital letters, of course. You can't use them anyway in the chat. Be nice to people and just show a bit of respect. Let other people talk and what have you. And if a room gets filled up, I'll rotate. This is how Snobby and Dusty do it. I'll just rotate around and around and around and around. And if you swap seats, I'll do it. I'll switch it around the other way. So let's see who we got on. We've got Theo. He's come in the house. How you doing, Theo? Nice to see you. I'm looking forward to that link, Theo. You've intrigued me. Jason Hughes is also in the house. Deek's in the house. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Ali Max also in the house. AJ Peach, Ashley's in the house. Tina McKenzie's also in the house. How you doing, Tina? You're missing something. Let's put that in there. Kieran's in the house too. How you doing? Nice to see you. Oil Tech's in the house. Ali McAvoy done. Peter Frown's in the house. Hurricane, how you doing? Alan Hepworth's in the house also. How you doing? Jason Hughes, Andy's in the house. How you doing, Andy? Nice to see you. David Ham, a bit windy here in Essex, mate. It's a bit windy over here now. It's been a lovely day all day, bar the wind. You know, if you've been out the wind, you've had a good one. But if you get a bit exposed, then yeah, you're going to cop it upside the ear hole. So, but it's been nice. So I hope you're doing well. Andy's Mowers. How you doing, Andy? Nice to see you. I watched your video just yesterday, I think, Andy, on what were you doing? Height adjustment and the pull cord. I think I see you do that, which is cool. Can't get over how canny your channel is like mine, Andy. And the fact we look the same as well, which is cool. I'm just a younger version. Ethan's in the house. Efion's in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Andrew Throne's also in the house. Bing's in the house, which is cool. Twister's in the house. Heinz is in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. East is in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Benedict White, you disappeared. I'm back now. I think I'm back anyway. Pete Froud, Tina... Done you. JJ Motors, Machines. How you doing, Jay? Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to that phone call, mate, which you still haven't done. Don't ring me now, Jason, on a live stream. Don't do it now. Old Tech, Pink's in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Evening, guys, from Jimmy the Mower. How you doing? Nice to see you. Gordo's in the house too. Oh, lots in here today. Sitting at 60. It's brilliant. Ridgeware's in the house. How you doing? Dusty Blonde's in the house. Don't forget, Dusty goes live tomorrow, people. If one of my techs can run a Dusty link, that'd be cool. I don't mind running it throughout the stream. That's not a problem at all, because Dusty Blonde is getting close to her 1,000. Can we find out how many numbers Dusty's on, please? See if we can't improve that a little bit tonight. Heinz in the house. Done you. If I forget anyone, just say, "Oi, Mick, you've forgotten me." Andy's Mowers. Done you. Ali Gordo's with that's the link that Benedict sent me about the carburetor. I've already seen about that website. I've seen that one already. Tim Palmer's in the house. Hi, Mick. Jason Hughes, you're saying hi to everybody. Good. Theo's in the house, just a float. Yeah, looking forward to that link, Theo. Peter, Ridgework, done you. Trolls in the house too. That's just jumped, excuse me. Aaron's in the house too. How you doing, Pink? Viper's in the house too. The Sports in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome. What happened to the stream last week, Dusty? I think Dusty had a night off, I think. Should probably answer you. Philip Hardy's also in the house. How are you doing? Hey, Mick from Paul. How are you doing? Hope you're well. I'm doing very well, mate. Yeah, I'm doing good. Tina, good. Thanks, Mick. Hope you're well. Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good. Granny. How you doing, Granny? Not seen you floating around this era for a little while. Hope you're doing well, sweetheart. Not seen you for a little while. Hope you're doing good. Benedict was tired. Yeah, she was tired. Yeah, okay. Using a hole saw and gluing hole cuts. Ever working for a front roller. Would use a hole saw, then gluing. Possibly. Could do. As I say, for 30 quid or £35, dependent on what cylinder mower you've got, Gordo, you could probably just buy it as it is, you know, and it'd be made of nice material. But if you want to do it yourself, I understand the reason why. Do you know what I mean? Andy's Moses is laughing because he's older than me. That's fantastic. Granny's in there. Bruce is in the house too. How you doing, Bruce? Jack's in the house. How you doing, Jack? Nice to see you. I'm getting there. Yo, Mick, says Philip Hardy. Yeah. What happened to stream last week? I've done that one already. Yeah, done you. You're good. Ali Mac is running Dusty's link. That's cool. Cheers, Ali. Theo's done that. Sorry, Mick, I can't seem to get the link. Let me make you a moderator for a bit, then, Theo, and you can try again. Add as moderator. Right, now you're a moderator now, Theo. You should be able to post that link. Try that. See how that goes. Dusty's at 970. Well, let's see if we can't get Dusty up a bit closer today. That'd be cool if we can do it. I don't think we can because of the numbers, but we'll see how we get on. We just see how we get on. Okay. So Dusty's at 970, right? Now Dusty Blonde does a live stream every Sunday. She does videos about scrapping, taking things apart, pretty much letting fire extinguishers off at Snobby and what have you. They're a great family. They are a fantastic family, in fact. And they deserve to get Dusty up to that magical number, okay? Now, she's at 970 at the moment. Can we get people to nip over to Dusty, which means leaving my stream, shoot over Dusty's. Ali Mac is running the link. Click on the link, go to Dusty's, hit the subscribe button, whack the bell, set notifications to all. It's completely free. It don't cost you a penny, okay? And leave it there. Don't take it back later on. Okay, leave it there because Dusty does streams, and when she gets over 1,000, she'll be doing more and more videos, bits and pieces, and you'll see more and more of their day-to-day life. So if you can, nip over to Dusty's, follow that link that Ali Max just sent out in the old stream there. You know how to do it. Click the link, click subscribe, and then come on back. And when you come back, give me a thumbs up to say you've done it. Okay. I know a lot of you are already subscribed, and that's the issue, right? A lot of you people already will be subscribed because Dusty, me, Snobby, Ali, Tina all been knocking about together for a little while. So the chances are there's not many in here that can do that. But I do have 60 in the house, and maybe there's 10 of you, at a push. But if we can get any closer to that, that would be fantastic. So nip over to Dusty. Ali, for as long as you're here, Ali, if you're going to shoot out, let us know. I'll get someone else to run the link. Just run Dusty's link throughout the entire stream, please. Off and on whenever you like. I don't need anyone else doing it until Ali goes because too many links is not a good thing. So anyone that's not subscribed to Dusty, get your bums over there and check her out. She's as funny as hell. Especially when she's doing a nasty sandwich challenge. Check that one out. That was a cool one because she darn near threw up. So with that said, let's see if we can't get Dusty up to where she needs to be. Dusty is now +1 from Paul E. There you go. Well done, Paul. Fantastic. That's what I like. That's what I like to hear. So we're just trying to sneak her up where we can. That'd be brilliant. Also, if you want to share this stream out for those of you who have got the community tab, share it out on your social media, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Insta. The more people we get in, the more chance we have of getting Dusty up to the 1K. And if we can do it tonight, I'll be so pleased. We've got Luke up there the other week, which was fantastic. He was absolutely gobsmacked. He's now over the 1K. I think we've got like 40, 50 subs or something silly like that. So that's brilliant. So share it out on your platforms if you're over the 1K, which would be great. Give me a thumbs up to say you've done that, which would be brilliant. And the more people we get in here, yeah, it benefits me. I understand that. But the more people we get in here, the bigger chance we have of getting Dusty up to the 1K. So let's try and push that tonight as much as we can, people. A lot of nice people in here. As I say, it's free. It don't cost you a thing to do it. Just hit the button. Okay, so let's do that. Hi, Mick. Whoever... have you ever done small motorbike engines? Not really. Only because I'm not sharing with anyone, Mick. You're all mine. There's plenty of me to share around, Snob. I haven't done a great deal. I've done a few bits and pieces. Nothing of any sort of vast knowledge. I will have. Cheers, Ali. I will have a go at anything with a spark plug, glow plug, anything that is an engine. I will have a go at it. It's as simple as that. How is Riley after the dream? Yeah, he went straight off. Literally, he sat bolt upright. Said there's a spider in his bed, which there wasn't. And I give him a bit of a cuddle when he went straight back down again within 2 or 3 minutes. I've got a little blue tit on my bird feeder. He's got babies up in the top there. Come down for a little snack. I can see him just here. So that's cool. Yeah. So run Dusty as much as you can. Support Dusty as much as you can. And if anyone can give me a number, or Dusty, if you want to give me a number, if it goes up or down, whatever, let me know. But please don't take it away. Once you give it, don't take it away. This ain't a game. People are trying to get to 1K, and maybe one day you'll get close and you'll need the support too. And you can always come over here and I will support any channel that supports me. Simple as that. Good evening, Matt Stumpton. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Hope your Riley boy is doing well. Another one there for Dusty. Another +1. That's brilliant. Animal Carb 308. No, not 308. No, 379 I want. Animal Carb 308 carburetor float and needle 360, 385. No, it's the wrong one. 379. So Dusty's got up what? How many you got up, Dusty? You got up 9 of you? Tina put a number there, didn't she? What do you put Tina before? Do you remember? Dusty was at 370, exactly 370. She's on 379 now. So that's 9 people. That's brilliant. We're still sat at 60 people, rocking steady. So go on, get over there and sort her out. She's up 10 now. Fantastic. There you go. So we get there slowly throughout the night. I'll keep pushing it, Dusty. I'll keep pushing it as much as I can. I don't think they're in the house. I don't think they are. But if you can share it out, we might get a few more in here. Oh, it'd be lovely to get you up there, Dusty. It'd be fantastic. I might even wet my pants. Right. So, good evening from Nick Jones. How do you, Nick? Nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a little while. Partners is also in the house. How do you, Partners? I try to help everyone, Dusty. That's what I try and do. I try and help anyone that helps me. I will help anybody. It's as simple as that. So that's cool. Let's put a link out. We'll have a chat about what we've all been doing. I've just done your remedial stuff. I've just been doing mowers, bits and pieces. I've been talking for 21 minutes. I picked up a hater day before yesterday. That's nice. Little Honda on it. That's not bad. A hater Musfit or Motif. Picked that up, which is cool. That's now all running and up for sale. The one, that McCulloch I had, 61 in the house. Hit the thumbs up for guys over the head and subscribe. You can't use that subscribe word, my old sweetheart. Unfortunately, Jack. That's why it's been. I can do that. Pete Froud deleted it. Not a problem, Pete. That's fine. We don't like the old S word. We know what it is. I can say it. But we know what we got to do. Let's just keep giving Dusty some support. So the McCulloch I had in, one of the dodgy gearbox that I want a new gearbox for. Couldn't find one. You're making Tina burn the pizza. Why am I doing that? I couldn't find a gearbox. The only gearbox there was for it, brand new on eBay, 120 quid. I ain't paying it. So I took the gearbox out. It's now a 21-inch push mower, and up for sale. I'm not mucking about with it. So that's cool. Don't forget, I also got to do the giveaway today. That's being done. For those of you that didn't listen last time, I said all you got to do is in my last live stream, leave a comment in the comment section. Now, it would appear that some of you guys, when the stream ended, got a little bit on the old grandpa's whiskey, shot off somewhere else onto another live stream and forgot to come back. So I do have some people have entered, which is cool. There is the names, okay? But some of you, I think, your normal lot didn't do it. I think you forgot. Give us a thumbs up if you forgot. But I've got about 15 people that went in for it, and they've got a box of goodies plus a £50 Amazon gift voucher. So that's cool. What else have I been up to? Got a hater 48. Got that all up and running. There's a video on that coming out, quite an easy one. That sold actually. Made good money on that one. And that's about as far as I am. I got another one in. Got electric hater in. That wasn't well. I don't normally do electric, as you know, but because it's a hater, I got it in. I thought I'd have that. Is Tesco's your latest sponsor? No, why? What you said? Oh, here. That was flat bags. Yeah, sold that one. And the bloke who gave me a SVRV 150 Mountfield back. It's had a fiberglass body patch on it, but he had additional needs, and there's something wrong with his hands and his body couldn't operate the levers, so he put bike levers on it, which I've not seen before. It's quite unique. So he's given me that as a scrapper, but I looked at it today and I thought, I might be able to get that going. So we shall see how we get on. And we'll see. So don't forget, Dusty Blonde, her link's in the chat. Go over and support Dusty Blonde as much as you can. And we'll try and push her on. Oh, my Lord, you're joking. Dusty's on now 981. 981. That's crazy. We're nearly there, Dust. We're so close. Share it out, people. Let's share this stream out as best we can. Not just for my benefit, but for Dusty. If we can get Dusty up to that 1K, that'd be brilliant. I don't think they're in here, Dusty. I don't think they're in here. I think there's too many already subscribed to your sweetheart, is what I'm thinking. But we shall see. So anyway, I've been yakking. Let's put the link out. Or don't delete it. Copy it. Copy that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Right, link is out. Link is out there. So feel free to come on up, jump up. Wow, I started on 969. Thanks. And you're now up to 981. That's really good. Shared on Facebook and Insta, Sandy Mose. Fantastic, Andy. You're a little star. Let's get him in here. Get them in here. Get the numbers up. I'm up to 68 in the house. So that's 8 more people now in here. Hopefully, 8 more people who can come and support Dusty, which would be brilliant. I'm going to do a giveaway in a bit for those of you that have bothered to enter, which is good. So the link should now be out there. Yeah, it's up there. So all you got to do is hit the link. Come on up. Camera on. Audio on. No swearing. No shouting. Get along. And go from there. We'll see how it all works. I know that someone was having problems last night. Was it Snobby? I think he had a few issues with some of his. Just been offered a R25M ride-on, good condition, £300. Never done a ride-on before. Is it worth it? £300 does seem a little bit strong. As long as you can make money on it, do it. But £300 does sound a little bit strong to me. I'll be looking at about 150. You've got to think about it. Well, the way I look at it is if you buy it for cheap and it turns out to be an absolute lemon, you can still sell it for cheap and make money. Yeah. Eating burnt pizza. Sorry. 982 says Park Nest. I'm nearly there. We might get this. We might get it. You never know. You never know. Oh, I should absolutely laugh if we got Dust at the 1,000 on here. I don't think we will, Dust. I'm not being a pessimist, but I don't think we will. Well, link's out there. There's no one coming up. If not, I'll just shut the stream down. Dusty Blonde just did it from Sandy. There you go. There's one from Sandy. Cool. Where's my pop-out chat gone? So I can't moderate on here. That's it. Cool. Hidden by Tim Palmer. Message automatically hidden. What was that? It isn't burnt. Black bits. I don't know why that's taken away. Riley says, hi, Mick. Hello, little Riley boy. How you doing, buddy boy? Hope you're doing well. Hope your dad's been busy. I know he's missing his workshop at the moment. In fact, Matt, you asked me a question. Your question will be coming up. What I'm doing, Matt, is I'm keeping all my questions and keeping for the stream. For when the panels come up, we'll do the questions and answers around there. So hopefully, Riley says, my head is very shiny. That's because I have no hair and I have a light right above it. Thank you very much, Mr. Riley. Just as bad as my Riley boy. So no one's coming up. Oh, here we go. Oh, I say no one's coming up when you get him come up, don't you? Right. Before I bring you up, shall we change a habit of a lifetime? And are you going to pause your YouTube before you come up? Do you want 2 minutes to do that? Don't tell me it is, because every time it ain't. So give me a nod if you pause your YouTube. You haven't done it yet. You have. Okay, right. Yeah, no worries, Tim. That's fine. Up comes the Conket.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour. How you doing, buddy?
Ah, pretty good, mate. Thank you. Yourself? Forgive the haircut. I think I'm beginning to look more and more like my father.
I never met your dad, so I wouldn't know, but I'll take that.
No. We're on the opposite end here, aren't we? Hey?
Anyway, guess what? I forgot to post it. It's over there.
Oh, thanks, mate. I've been waiting all day for it.
Don't give it all that. I've been busy.
They got the cards turned up.
Oh, it has?
Yeah, it turned up this morning. They gave me a bell. I went and picked it up. So I'm waiting now.
Well, you can fit it without it. It's only a heat shield.
I know. You know me. I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah. Just remember, you've been in my workshop. Remember that.
I know. You and I have got down and dirty together, my boy.
There you go, brother. I told you. Well, there you go. Anyway, it was for those that don't know, Phil came over to my shack last week because he's had a problem with an engine, but he couldn't even get the fire. And I said, "Well, bring it over. We'll have a look at it." And we had a look at it, and we sat there for about an hour, 2 hours, and then Phil decided to move. And we did a bit, and then anyway, we got it running, didn't we, Phil? Got it running to a fashion,
yeah.
But it ain't right, and I think we come to the conclusion it definitely is a carburetor that's at issue, particularly the slow running jet.
Yeah, it was a bit of a putt, to be honest with you. I mean, it went out. You already know this, Mick, but it went out. Start first time, ticks over, runs really, really well. The guy used it twice, put it away, brought it back out, nothing. And then I was completely stymied. So I drove about 620 miles to go and see Mick.
And you were disappointed.
And I can tell you that his nana and his wife make extremely good coffee.
Yeah, apart from the fact you didn't drink all your black coffee because you wanted white coffee, she made you black. I see that.
Yeah. No, not black coffee. I was beginning to panic a bit. I had another 65 miles to drive home, thinking, I don't think I'm going to make it. Get my age, toilet break, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So I am going through Nana's bedroom. We'll leave it there, right?
They just said, is there a video?
Oh, by the way, I sent you. Oh, yeah, you did that video thingy, didn't you?
I've got a video of Phil's lawnmower running after about 2.5 hours. It ticks over, idles, but if you drop the revs down slightly and then pick it back up, you'll hear it run. So it runs absolutely sweet as a nut, but it just don't like starting. And I think it's that slow running jet fuel.
Well, I hope so. I just spent 50 quid on a new car.
Don't make me feel bad.
You won't feel bad, mate. Don't you worry.
It's what it is, babe. It's what it is. At the end of the day, you've got to either say, I can't do it, or and throw it, or you say, I've got to sort of commit to it.
Absolutely.
And go from there. It's just what you got to do.
There's money in there still, mate. There's still money in it, so I'm not worried. I sold another one today anyway. That covered it.
Good. Well done.
I think I put it on the local neighbor thingy next door. Have you heard of that? Next door. It's called Next Door. It's like a local Facebook thing.
Okay.
If you look it up, if you Google it, it's called Next Door. Might be good.
Somebody, I got an email about this Next Door business. Someone emailed me. That was via YouTube or something. I thought it was.
No, it's square, mate. It's absolutely square.
Okay, I'll have a look into it.
Is it a lot of stuff on there, mate.
Is it a buy and sell?
Yeah.
Any free stuff on there?
Yeah, there is actually. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's very local.
Right, I'll have a look. Okay.
But I mean, I stuck a Mountfield. I don't know whatever it was, something or another. HP 450. You know what I'm like with numbers, Meg. I'm pretty crap. 20 minutes it was sold. No offer, nothing. Just gone. Guy picked it up, went away.
Well, that's good. I used Nextdoor before. It's good, apparently. Cool. So I just want to go through the names in the hat for today's draw. We've got Peter Klein. Let me blow this up so you can see. Just for those that want to be in it. Peter, is you. You're on it, Pete. Bloke called Philip Hardy. Never heard of him.
Yeah, go for it. That's him.
And you get that £50 Amazon gift voucher coming handy for you, wouldn't it?
Bloody right, it would.
Rob McGrill's also in there. Jason Oliver, he's another one. He wanted to go at it.
He sounds a bit dodgy
because of my it's white paper. Bruce Pender, he's in it.
Dodgy character.
He's cool. Benedict White, you're also in there, Benedict. AJP Garden Services, you're also in it. Tim Palmer, you're in it. Scrap It Man, you're also in it. Oil Tech, you're in it. David Ham, you're also in it. Matt Stubbington, you're in it. Susan Hammer, you're in it. I think that's her. Actually, her husband is in it. She had to do it on his behalf. And the Hammy Hunter, you're also in it. So those people, I'm going to fold these up. I'm going to put those names into my little tiny plastic tub. I mean, I'll draw them out in a bit. Hopefully, some of you guys, or one of you guys who wins it, will be in the chat, and you can claim your prize, which would be good. And the prize is a Micks Mowers mug, a scraper, carburetor tuners.
Scraper is what you need.
Yeah, they're cool. Carburetor tuners, stickers, and what else was it? I'll look on the box in a minute. I'll tell you. Amazon gift voucher. Let me fold these up. I'll put all them into my pot. Hang on. Let me fold that up. I'm trying. I don't want to see the name, see? We're getting there. So, those of you that didn't I didn't think I had a comment. Yeah, you did comment, mate. I think you just left a comment saying you're saying that you missed it. You missed the stream, or whatever it was. So, well, it's a comment, so I threw you in. So that's cool. Just been Phil next door broke. Just been next door, Phil broke. Didn't have a clue. All right. Will Higgs just went next door. He didn't know what you're talking about. Right, they go in the old pot. They're in. Shake up.
I missed something there, did I?
Well, you're talking about next door. So he went next door to knock on someone to see what it was all about, and he knows about it. So that's cool. 69 in the chat, which is brilliant. Don't forget, we are trying to support Dusty Blonde as much as we can tonight. For those of you that are not subscribed to Dusty Blonde, do so. Keyring, yeah, do so. And she's nearly at 1,000. I'm not quite sure if we can get her there tonight, but by Joe, we'll have a go at it. Will Higgs, you messaged me the other day on someone else's stream about you might have some parts for the Sloper engine. Couldn't find your email, mate. Can you just send me an email, please? Just saying hello, and I'll pick up your email return. My email is down here somewhere. Not that one. It's that one there. Yeah. Boom. There's my email address. You give me an email, Will, and then we can hook up. And there's 2 items I need now, not just one. But there's 2 items I need, which would be cool if anyone's got it. Bloke next door to the... What's that? What we sent me there? Dusty Blonde's link. Okay, Dusty Blonde, cool. Hello from Ireland, says Danny. How you doing? Don't forget we're supporting Dusty Blonde tonight. Go and check out Dusty Blonde. There's a link. Pete Froud and Ali Macaroni. Where's my box? Hold up.
Does anybody else want to come in here, by the way, Mick?
Aye.
Does anybody else want to come in here? I feel a bit like a goldfish.
There's no one there, bruv. No one wants to come up tonight.
I sent you some photos, by the way, of that
yes,
little
mate.
tiny 3 horsepower Briggs.
Say again.
I sent you a couple of photographs of a teardown of that 3 horsepower Briggs motor.
I see that.
On how to remove the exhaust from the head.
Yeah, I see that.
Do you see that? It's a brilliant idea. Come from Zippo.
Did you use a sledgehammer?
Size 12.
Yeah.
No, the idea came because it was completely stuck in there, like, on these little tiny motors. And I got the idea from Zippo.
Cool.
And I tell you what, mate, it was a brilliant. You want to share it with people? You get a thing stuck right there. Exhaust manifold. It was brilliant. Worked the charm.
Right, I'll do that. Right, so my giveaway is for those of you that have entered. Names are in the old hat, in the old tub. You get a Micks Mowers mug, which are quite cool. I've had mine for a little while now. I haven't broke mine. I've only got one left now, apart from this one, which is for Tina. Micks Mowers mug. Let's get down and dirty. Not been used, clean. All right, so you get one of them. You get a Micks Mowers keyring. You'll get a Micks Mowers sticker as well. Let me wrap that up.
No, drop it, yeah.
Yeah, if I've only got one left after this, then I'm in trouble. I need to order some more, but I just have not got round to it. But the post is so slow. Right, so you get that. What else do you get? You get a carburetor tuning kit, which is ideal for most 2-stroke stuff. They're all in there. Look. They're nice. Set of them. And you also get a grass buster scraper for lawnmowers.
That's what I want, mate. That's what I want.
Yeah, but to be fair, they are good. You could just make one out of a pallet knife, but they're a bit stiffer. But these have got a bit of a curve to them, and they're brilliant for doing the old deck.
Yeah. That tuning kit, Mick. That tuning kit, right?
Yeah.
You'd get handy with a Briggs and Stratton 3 horsepower, wouldn't it?
It would be, mate. It would be, mate. Yeah, but I've just taken your name out of the hat for being cheeky.
Well, at least you haven't dropped me down yet, anyway.
Not yet. To be fair, you only have a bugger in here.
No. Hey, Nobby, what's it like? Nobby, no mates.
Yeah, I know. But that's the way it goes sometimes. So most of those bits and pieces, apart from the mug, are coming from my sponsor, Pro Parts Direct. Go and check them out. They're over in America. Mick just got a nice SP454 for free. Just clean the carburetor and it runs lovely. Then discovered I had a new pull cord. Oh, that jumped. People chatting now. New pull cord, fresh oil and nice plug. One happy man here. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. Hello, Michael. How you doing? Nice to see you from Cyprus. Mick, love the channel. What do you recommend to reduce the mowing height below the minimum, i.e. 30, and you want to go down to 2.5? It all depends on the actual what mower you got. If you've got like a hater or mower with a friction disc plate, you can weld two little tiny bits of 4mm, 3 to 4mm flat plate steel to the blade to drop it. If not, you can pack it out very slightly with some washers. You can do that. You can also buy packings that go inside the blade boss as well. But just remember, don't go too mad because it'll turn in from a lawnmower to a rotavator. Edward Thomas, how you doing? Nice to see you.
I'm a toe remover.
Yeah. No worries, Tina. We'll get off on the post, Tina. I promise you. It's just literally busy. So don't forget, for those of you that are in the chat, I've got 68 in the chat. I think we have some people have changed a few seats here and there. There is a link being run in the chat via Ali Mack. I think Pete Frow's done it once or twice also, which is a channel called Dusty Blonde's Vlogs. She does a life channel, scrapping, and generally a good time. Go and support Dusty Blonde. Hit the link that's in the chat that says Dusty Blonde's Vlogs next to it. Hit the link. Go and see Dusty. Hit the button. Come back. Let me know when you've done it, okay? So I hope it answers your question, Mike. I've got some emails to do, so let me fire my emails up. Let me do that. Emails are over here, aren't they? Let me fire my emails up. I've got a few questions come on in. And I know one of them is in the chat now. Let me just fire the old emails up. Bear with. Right.
This is surreal. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. First one come from, I think my old mate, Matthew Stubbington. He's in the chat. Right. So the first question I have is from Matt Stubbington. He's in the chat. He's got a Briggs engine, Quantum, I believe. Is that Quantum? Let me have a look. Yeah, Quantum engine, and it's the non-priming style. It won't. Oh, what's that saying there? So there's a primer. Oh, sorry, it's the priming bulb style. It's got a primer. He's put a new backing plate on it. He's put double gasketed it, and when he primes it, he's still not getting no juice coming through. And he said, "What's the deal with that?" So, thoughts on anyone that can get over Matt's issue with a non-priming Quantum? I would say you need to go and look at the primer.
Primer bulb split.
Could very well be primer bulb split, but don't forget he said he bought a new plate for it.
Because still with it, you have a tiny little split. You don't really see it until you push it in and they open up.
Yeah. Could be that. Could be that. There's a link for the chat if anyone else wants to come on up, but no one does at the moment. So I'm feeling quite lonely up here, just me and Phil. Oh, Phil bought me a present, didn't he, Phil?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, my mate Phil, for saying thanks, he paid £45 an hour labour to get his mower running. And Phil also went over to Sten's, offered me old Amazon wish list. So I'll put a link into that in a minute. He went over to Sten's, and Phil, he came with a broken lawnmower, and he left me with a bender.
And a broken mower.
Which is quite nice. Thank you, Danny. Much appreciated. So, yeah, he left me with a bender, which is cool. I'll show you how they work. Let me get one of these bits here. Hang on. Let me get a pair of snips and a bit of wire.
You know how to use it then, Mick?
Oh yeah. To be fair, you know me, I did have to modify it ever so slightly. So only because let me make myself big. Only because I use 1.5 millimeter wire. Okay.
Right.
I'm a little tiny slot. It would go in there, but when you put a bend in it, it's not quite at a right angle, so it wouldn't do it. So I've now opened it up to around about it's just over 1.5 mil. So these are great for those who don't have these benders. If you're doing throttle controls in particular, okay, they're brilliant and they're not expensive. And all you do is a little tiny hole down here. You put that in the hole, right? Bomb like that fits in there. You then just bend it over, right, like that. Okay. You then just turn the bend around, lift up the cable ever so slightly, and put it into the hole, which it is now in, and then you then bend it that way. And when you take it out, you've got the perfect shape bend for your throttles to operate your carburetors on top, and you can use it at both ends, and you can do a left and a right hand bend as well. And you can make them smaller. You just have to make sure if you do them a bit smaller, what you do is you just put less you just put less material into the hole. So instead of going all the way in, like so, hang on, let me find out. If you don't go all the way in, if you just take it out a fraction hair's breadth, you can then tip that over then, and then come back on yourself, like so, and you will actually have a smaller and more of a righter angle sort of bend as well. So you can change it up a bit to what suits your carburetor. So they are brilliant because I spend about an hour normally with a pair of pliers and a hammer and a vise bashing stuff. But that is absolutely brilliant. Fantastic little device.
Saves buying those little Z ends as well, doesn't it?
I don't know if it will work up on the top end because don't forget that's for solid core cable, Phil, not for twine cable. But for solid core cable, it'd work all day long for throttles. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it would work for the mount-filled ones. Yeah. Not for any other type. But there you go. So that's cool. Hiya, Mark V8 man. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I've got 69 in the chat. Give us a thumbs up on your way in or on your way out. And we are supporting Dusty Blonde tonight. Her link's being run throughout the chat. She only needs 12 more people to get her up to a 1K victory. And she's been heading that way for a little while. So within the chat, you'll find a link to Dusty Blonde's channel. Hit the link, leave my stream, hit the button, come back, give me a thumbs up saying you've done it. Be much appreciated if you can do so. And we'll go from there. There's another link there. Whatever that link is there, Pete O'Mail boy. I'll put a link to also my Amazon wish list. If anyone would like to pop over to Amazon and buy me or my little Riley boy a little present, there's some little bits in there for Riley boy as well. That's the StreamYard link. You don't want that.
I tell you what, Mick, it was a pleasure to meet him the other day.
Riley boy.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Doesn't he just change your life?
Does he ever? He wanted to give me a high five. We had to do a virtual high five when I left. He ended up calling me Father Christmas, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember. He calls everyone Father Christmas. It ain't just you. He calls me Father Christmas.
Oh, he's a top boy, I tell you. He's a top man.
He's a good lad. So there is my Amazon.
Pleasure to meet him.
Yeah, good. Well, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see people as well to sort of get on with him as well. You know, that's why I do the channel for him as well. So, there's the link to my Amazon wish list. If you want to go and buy me a little gift, some tools or whatever, that'd be cool. And I'll be doing a giveaway very, very shortly to say thank you very much for those that he does not want a drum kit. For those that have entered my competition, £50 Amazon gift voucher and some other bits and pieces as well, which is a thank you. From me to you for supporting my channel throughout mine for me getting over just for the 3,000 mark, which is brilliant. So it looks like it's just me and you tonight, Phil. I don't know whether they've had a bit of a joke amongst each other. Said, don't go up on Micks Stream tonight. Let's just leave him running on his own. Oh, that's my wish list. Let's get rid of that.
Well, you know, never mind the quantity. Look at the quality.
I don't know about that, mate.
Leave it. I tell you what, mate. Well, you know, well, things are quiet. I did enjoy myself at yours the other day. It was, I learned a heck of a lot. I tell you what, guys, you're watching this. This man knows what he's talking about. I really did enjoy myself. Well, he's crap at making tea and coffee. he gets a wife to do that, but
I don't make any of that on business.
Just took
care of Dusty Blonde. That's one more. Thank you, Nicky. Much appreciated, mate. You are an absolute star. For those of you that are supporting Dusty Blonde, thank you very much. For those of you that aren't, get your bums over there. It's free to hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. Welcome, Matt. Just a suggestion, bud. Okay, so what did Paul E come up with a suggestion? Let's have a little look. What did Paul say? What did you say, Paul?
Let me dog at the back door, Mick. Hang on.
You could replace, okay, mate. You could replace a fuel line. It could be the fuel line. To be fair, Matt, I have got one with a similar issue, but I think mine is a warped back plate on mine. Normally, double gasketing does the job. Normally, it does. Hi, Mick. I emailed you earlier about the Echo head trimmer. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, not a problem, mate. I did look for the Echo part, and they do list it. So if you can get hold of Echo, get hold of Echo main dealership and go to the parts department. They, with that diagram I sent you, you may be able to get hold of two. If not, are they made out of plastic or metal? Because if they're like made out of plastic or even metal, you could just fashion that yourself. You know, with a little bit of hard work, a bit of a grinder, and a bit of a file off, you could possibly do that. You know what I mean? Myself and Riley may one day make a trip up to Mick's shack. Yeah, you're all welcome. One at a time, obviously. You're all welcome to come up here and come and say hello. Will's coming up to say hello as well. Here comes our Will. I can see you. Oh my lord! Now we've got them. Wow, all coming in now, aren't they?
Yeah.
We got Will. Will, hands on your head, mate, please. Thank you, baby. Up you come. Snobby, is that you, Snobby? Very bright, Snobby. Are you in a restaurant or a bar somewhere, Snobby?
Well,
barely see you.
All right.
Oh, yeah, come, mate. Nick, who did I call Roy the other day, by the way? The phone, you on the phone? Hey?
Who did you call, Roy?
Yeah, we were on the phone and somebody phoned up. I said, "Oh, Roy," or whatever. I can't remember now. Been to bed since then.
That was Pete, wasn't it? Oh, no, well, no, it's Martin Butler. Martin Butler.
Yeah, Martin, yeah. Apologies to Martin, wherever you are.
He's not here yet. Dusty Blonde, apparently, Dusty Blonde only requires 10 more subscribers.
Wow, that's awesome. Well done, Mick. Thank you very much.
10. There must be 10 people in it. Will, are you subscribed to Dusty?
I am. I'm just going to log into my other account and do it as well.
Lovely. For those who have another account, go over to Dusty Blonde and support Dusty up to that 1K. If we can get Dusty to 1,000 subscribers today on this stream, Snobby will do the Snobby Shuffle.
I'll even go in the shed and put the lights on. The reason I've come up, Mick, right, I've got a little problem with a couple of engines. And I was just wondering whether you could help us out. I'll just give you a quick look, all right?
All right. Bearing in mind, I'm not working now. I'm sort of finished for the day, but I'll have a look.
Just got to turn this around somehow. Hold on a second. Bear with me. Been a while since I've been on my phone live.
Anyways, Mike, how you doing? Nice to see you. TQ2Q, how you doing? Nice to see you. No, you turn your camera off, Snob.
Right, it seems I can't do it anymore.
Carl, Snobby, get a grip, Mike. Get a grip.
Amateur. He's gone. That wasn't me. That wasn't actually me. Let me get rid of my email.
Don't worry, I've never worked out to send a video anyway, Mick, so don't worry about it.
We know that. Where did my chat go?
Hey, you got some photographs? What more do you want?
Yeah. Oh, you back, are you, Snob?
Yeah, you used to be able to turn your phone around so you could show it the other way. But
you just tap the screen, and there's a little tiny camera with 2 arrows on it.
No, there ain't anymore.
Must be.
There ain't. There used to be.
Show us your camera, Snob. Show us your phone.
I'm on my
Snobby,
phone.
Snobby, watch. Watch, Snobby.
Yeah.
Just turn your phone around.
Yeah, no, I used to be able to switch the camera around before.
Yeah, there's a bottom. There's a bottom on it.
Yeah, it used to be.
The bottom on or something.
No, not anymore.
What have you got?
There. Where are you?
There used to be a thing at the bottom of the phone here that you could switch the camera around.
There. Right, and then where is it? There. That bottom there.
Nah. No, I'm not allowed to do it anymore.
Well, just turn your phone around then.
Oh, no, that's a timer. Sorry, Stobby, that's a timer.
I don't know what one you want to look at, but for some reason I can't get no compression from these engines. All right.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. Okay. So off the bat, it's obvious they're missing a pull cord. So that's what. They're missing one. They're missing one or two of what I would say the major components.
Yeah, I've even had to cut the valve seats out as well because they were metal.
Yeah. But did you cut them out, or did you just hack at them with a hammer for a little while?
No, I just cut them with a grinder, split them, and then just lift them out. But these are a bit of a suck to get off, aren't they?
Again, mate.
I said them plates that actually bolt to the actual deck, they're a bit of a suck to get off the shaft.
Yeah, can be. Can be. Right, Mr. Briggs.
Hey.
I had a question there. What was that question? I had a question here somewhere. There it is here. Question
see my
is...
shaft, Mick?
I'd love to see your shaft. Is it a bench?
Okay,
as long as it ain't a bench shaft.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Mick, are you fairly quiet? Another question. How often do you recommend a service for lawn mowers, i.e. hours used on time period? If you're using your own mower for your own garden, once a year is sufficient. If you use it commercially, every 3 months. Major service. Is what I recommend. Micks Mowers keyring.
Hey, Mr. B&S, you look pretty laid back there, man.
Yeah, he's about as laid back as I can. So, Will, what are these spares you got then, bruv?
What is it? The slopey Villiers off like ransoms you got?
Yeah. Sloper.
Yeah, I'm sure in my dad's shed there's a couple of them that were just sort of chucked under the bench and left for might be useful one day sort of thing. So what bits are you after?
I'll show you.
Ooh.
Hey, Mr. Briggs, I think you're such a laid back guy. You're brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it, man.
What's that?
I say you're so laid back, man. I think you're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Right. So the bits I'm after, let me make myself slightly larger. Snobby will love that. Right, without knocking my cup over. Right. So I'm after a new exhaust. Which is there. Mine's got a hole in it, as you can see, and it's with the exhaust that comes out the side. Okay. So it's shaped a little bit like a hockey puck. Yeah.
Is that similar to Briggs and Stratton one, Mick?
No, nothing.
There's something similar on their list.
No, completely no. But they do one which is called an eyelid one, which has got a little tiny metal gap right at the bottom down here.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah. If you look at BriggsBits.co, they've got something very similar to that on there.
Yeah, they'll have one with a little tiny eyelid just down here.
Yeah, they've got another one there as well, mate.
Send me a link to that. Send me a link to that one, babe. So I'm after one of them, Will.
Yep.
And then I'm after a 379 carburetor, right? Ideally, I don't need a whole carburetor. I just need the float that goes in there. That's a float chamber, and inside there'll be a little tiny brass float.
Yeah,
that's the bits I'm actually after. I'm also after, if you got one working, a drive cable as well, but you can buy them, so that's not a problem if you can't. Also, whilst we're shopping, 20-inch backplate. Hang on. See that little tiny backplate there? Plate there? One of them.
Yeah. I've only got the engines. I haven't got any chassis bit. Well, if the engines are still there, they're only engines. There's no chassis bits.
Right. Well, as far as I'm aware, for the engine, carburetor, float. If you've got a whole carburetor, I'll take the whole carburetor. I'll pay you for it. Yeah,
just, it's easy just to send the whole thing.
Yeah, carburetor, float. If you've got a whole carburetor, I'll pay you for it. Yeah, just as easy just to send the whole thing. Yeah, carburetor, float. If you've got a whole carburetor, I'll pay you for it. and necessity is the exhaust. You can buy replicas, but they're not even anything similar.
Have you tried George at Villiers Parts? He bought up all the old stock. He ain't got one.
Look on private chat, Mick.
All right, mate. I've tried Villiers. I've tried Merlin's. I've tried pretty much all of them, and they're all saying, "Yeah, you and everybody else." That's what they're all saying.
So there's a link on private chat, Mick. I don't know if that's any good to you.
I'll have a look in a minute. We got air stop. No, that's no good. So that's not for Briggs and Stratton 450E.
Is it?
No good. Yeah, it's no good to me, mate.
That's a pancake muffler. Briggs and Stratton made them 4 years.
Yeah, might have some parts for that, but we'll need to look in my box of spares. Says RC Madness. RC Madness. If you've got any spares for it, mate, give me a shout. My email address is down yonder. Feel free to have a little look. Replica exhausts are shocking, but they are. But they're just the difference is if the Villiers engine has a sound all of its own. Okay. When I fire up the Briggs and Stratton one, which is a Mark V, it sounds like a Briggs and Stratton. When you fire up the Suffolk Punch, it sounds like a bag of nails, you know. But when you fire up a Villiers, they just have that annoying put sound to it, just like a motorbike, because effectively they are a motorbike engine. They have their unique sound, and when you get the replica exhaust, they just don't sound right.
Just going to get some refreshments, Mick. Bear with me.
Yeah. Who else we got? Let me see who else we got who said a few things. Dusty Blonde is on 994. That's fantastic, Dusty. You're nearly there, sweetheart.
Wow.
Lay more eggs. Yeah. Andy Mowers has subscribed to her channel. Fantastic. Let me see if anyone sent any more. Well, it happened to me as well. I'll send you more. I'll send you more this fall if you like.
I can send you a Tecumseh.
You can poke with the Tecumseh up your bottom. They do a big mower line. I saw one today on the market. It had a seat. Yeah, you can actually get the rollers for this as well. The roller seats for these as well. You can get them, but it's just for bits. What happened was, the story is, it's the first time in me taking apart an Amel carburetor, right? Hands up. First time I've ever done one. So yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. And what you're supposed to do is take the main jet out the bottom of the float and then pull the float needle out the bottom. I didn't know this. So there's me with a pair of long nose snips trying to pull the wheel, don't pull faces, trying to pull the float off the needle. So I did that, but as I was sort of trying to maneuver it, the screwdriver slipped and put a very small hole in the float and a small hole in the thumb. Okay. So since then, I have soldered the float back together and it floated to a degree. But don't forget, it's got a needle that goes through the bottom, isn't it? So it won't float in that respect. It has to have it like the air inside it. So it worked. And then I went back today to try and fire it up and turn the fuel on, and it pissed the fuel straight out the overflow. So, which means that the carburetor, the float is not doing its job. So,
can you not? It'll be because the float's heavier because you've added solder to it. Can you not adjust the little jobby on the top?
Yeah, either that, or I might just send it off to someone who can actually solder and not someone who can't. I tried. Soldering is not my biggest thing, but I had a go at it. Yeah, there might be too much solder on it, but hopefully I can get a donor carburetor or donor float for it. I'm guessing they do them somewhere. I might get hold of that company, whatever it's called. They do. They're the Amel specialists, so. They may even have a big bucket full of them, in which case I'll have one, but we'll see.
How do you get on with that metal Aerodike, by the way, Nick?
Yeah, that's good stuff. The carburetor, let me show you. Yeah, I'll show you. The carburetor is fixed. I did that. Let me make myself big. I bought the steel Aerodike one. Cool. Are you seeing that? Let me get Oh, you can just about make it out. Hang on, let me get my torch. Let me get my old torch. Yeah, but that steel one is really good.
Yeah, we were talking about the other day. You were going to give it a go.
Yeah, it worked really well. Let me get my torch on it and be able to see a bit better.
Hey, that's good. Hey, good fix.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
And it matches quite well too. You're not really going to see that, are you? It matches quite well too. So, yeah, quite happy with that. And it's taken. And I left it for 24 hours with fuel out of the carburetor, and then I let fuel in, and it's done everything it should do. So yeah, we're well happy with that.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Well done.
So yeah, if you've got a couple of slopers, that'd be good. Will.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there was a couple under the bench in Dad's shed from years ago.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, they're still there.
Yeah, fingers crossed, you ain't to tidy up.
Yeah. Well, they're not normally something. They're not normally something you would throw away. Do you know what I mean?
Not you or I, but maybe him.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not.
No, he should still be. He's pretty good.
Not needing anything else for the mowers. What's that? Not needing anything else. No, literally, no. That's all I need.
Dusty's on 1,000 now, yeah.
Eh?
Dusty's on 1,000 now.
No.
Says sir. Well done, Dusty on 1K.
Did you get it?
On the comments, that's what they're saying.
There she goes. Mick is a beast. I am. Well, I do try. I try to help anybody out. Congratulations, Dusty girl. Oh, fantastic. 1,000 subscribers. Let's leave them there, people. It don't cost you nothing to leave them there. Let's leave them there. I think. Do you know what? I think she's actually got her hours as well. I think she's actually already got her hours, which is fantastic. Let me put the link out to the stream. Try and get a few more people up here. Dusty might even pop on up to say hello herself. Let's try that. Just trying to find out what else there is. 995. You done that? Someone sent some comments about the mower. TQ might have some parts for that, but we'll need to look in my. Yeah, okay, done you. Will do. Yeah, lovely. Granny. I know. So freaking cute. Yeah. Hiya, Ed. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Tina McKenzie, Dusty Blonde. Thank you, everyone. Not need anything else for the mower. Well, all I need for the mower, I have asked Phil to do me a roller, but you can buy them cheap enough. Tim McGrath, man. Here's Tim. Hi, come Tim.
Yeah, well, I must admit, I quoted Mick a few, Bob, and he went a bit pale. All his hair fell out.
It's not, but that's not true because I told you what my hourly rate was for actually me working on your mower, and you didn't want to get out of the car.
And I fell about laughing.
Yeah. So we've got Polar Bear Ed's in the house. Dave Ham. Try does in Essex. Maybe you'll be able to help Mick. Have a look at the website. I can always pick up for you if needed. Try does in Essex. What's that? I've not heard of that one before. Dusty Blonde's vlogs, 1,000 nights. She'll sing I'm a Virgin. 4 to go. Yahoo. Oh, hang on. That jumped. Yahoo. Quantum. The Quantum is running. What happened? Did you change the fuel line, Matt? Replacement of gaskets were the issue. Note to self, don't buy copy gaskets. Well, when will you lot learn? Airport and the whole didn't quite align. There you go. Fantastic, Matt. That's right. Just remember, my hourly rate for asking questions has gone up, Matt, as well. So that's cool. Congratulations, Matt, on that one. Have you got any Mountfield Empress height adjustment parts? No, I haven't. I know I haven't. I don't tend to get them in very often. Mick is a beast. That's cool. Tim Palmer, you're up here. Congratulations, Dusty. Yep. Just going through the chat. I don't like to miss anyone that's come on in. Dusty says, thank you very much to everyone. There you go, Dusty. You're an absolute sweetheart. Well done, my darling. Can't believe they were hiding in my stream, Dusty. Can you? Can't believe that. I'm shocked. How many was that, Dusty? That was over 30. I was over 30 subs. Got a question here. Just come on up. Hi, Mick. I have a leaf blower. Husqvarna partner BV24. Can't get it to run. 145 psi. Compression is holding. Have changed the coil and now have spark. Squirt of petrol in cylinder not running.
Sounds like the relief valve.
Yeah. I would try, instead of putting petrol in there, just give it a little spray of something instead. Just a little tiny bit of carb spray, not too much down the cylinder, just enough. Sometimes a lot of two strokes, but don't actually like to fire on petrol. But don't forget, when it goes into the cylinder, it is a vapor. It's not so much of a heavy liquid. So if you put petrol into it, they don't really like it. So get a little bit of spray, carburetor spray, and get a bit of an easy start. Just a couple of pops. And then see if it'll fire then. It sort of goes against the grain a bit. I understand that because it is two stroke. But when the petrol goes into the cylinder, there's not that quantity. So, just a little bit of spray, a little bit of love, and it might come back. What do you think, Will?
Well, the only thing I was going to say is what I've had before is they hold good compression, and then you actually turn the engine over. The ports change from inlet to outlet or outlet to inlet, whichever way it happens to be, and then you lose all your pressure because suddenly it's seeping by the seals at the bottom end, sort of thing,
Yeah, could be.
When you pressure them up, you've got to spin them and make sure it's holding the pressure all the time it's turning over as well.
Is that a reed valve or a rotary valve on that, Will?
Probably wouldn't have a reed valve at all, I don't imagine.
I used to race karts many years ago. We used to run on a rotary valve, about 16,000, but never had a problem with them. Reed valve, I don't think is good nowadays.
No.
Hey, that's dating me, Mick. I tell you, mate, that's dating me.
That's because you're old. What was that link? What was that link you sent? What was that link you sent me?
It's called briggsbits.co.uk.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Briggs Bits. I use them quite a bit. I'm familiar with them.
But there was a muffler on there. I wondered it might be good for what you're looking for.
What, that big silver thing?
I don't know. I've been looking at it, mate.
It's an exhaust for 7 to 8 horsepower. No chance.
You do your best, and it gets thrown in your face, boys. I'll tell you what.
Well, if
you try to help this boy out, what does he do? Hey? God.
My God, useless you are.
Oh, harsh.
So that's that. Let me check my other emails. Where my other emails goes. Who else we had? So we had. I know Phil. I know you sent me an email, didn't you, this week?
Yeah, that's on how to get the broken exhaust out. It's really useful with Zippo. I tell you what. Just followed it step by step because I was stymied. I couldn't get this. The old muffler out of the tiny motor. Followed him, and I tell you what, man, top man he is, top man.
I'm just trying to load the photographs. It's taking a little bit of time because I've got quite a few pages.
What it is, guys, I got this little tiny 3.5 or 3 horsepower Briggs and Stratton tiller. Yeah, and it's years old. I mean, it was old when Noah was a boy, and the actual muffler itself had rotted out, and I couldn't get it out of the barrel, out of the head. Just wouldn't turn. It wouldn't. No matter what I did, heat everything. But Zippo come up on his site with a way of getting them out, which is. am I beginning to waffle a little bit, Mick?
No, mate. No, I just Ed said he's got an exhaust off of a Chevy I can put on there. It's not that. It's not that type at all.
No. I mean, it's only a 20. About what is it? About 26. 20 of those little thingies, whatever they call them, exhaust screwed in.
Yeah.
But it really works, guys. I was well chuffed with myself. Even I could do it.
That photograph ain't loading, babe. I can't get the load.
Sure.
Well, I'm trying. It's just got an egg time. Oh, here we go. It's loaded. All right, here we go.
You got look. It shows all the bits.
Yeah. Hang on, sweet cheeks.
Listen, mate. When you're a nobby no mates, you want to talk to me. Now you got your mates around you.
No. It's not It's not that. It's not that. All it was is I was in the shed and I was at the far end where there's no door, so I had to talk to you to get past you. Right. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at what.
Yeah, but there's no need for the kiss on the way by, I tell you.
Yeah. Right, hang on. Let's try and share the screen up. Here we go. Right, go on, Phil. Where you go?
Right, there you go. That's on the left-hand side is the old muffler, right, which is completely rotted out.
Yeah.
Then I stripped it off, and then there's the inner workings. It looks like a slug with holes in it. Tried to twist it out, and on the far right there's a locking ring. Yeah. What I had to do, I had to cut it off flush with the head, and then put a cut in using the hacksaw. You can see going into towards the head. I used an air saw just to reveal the threads, and then I used a cold chisel just to close it together, and the whole lot literally unscrewed out. It's brilliant. I don't have to worry about that little mark on the threads. That will seal. Yeah.
When did you start that project?
1973.
10 minutes ago.
Right, 2 seconds, people. We have royalty in the house. Please welcome to the stream Dusty Blonde, 1,000 subscriber. Fantastic. There she is. Hi, Dusty girl. How you doing, baby?
Hi.
Hi, Dusty.
How you doing, honey?
Hi.
Right, no need to thank you, Dusty. I was only just a small part of a large thingy. Don't worry. No need to thank me.
Thank you very much. And
you are more than welcome, my lovely.
Hang on, Dusty. I'll do you a favour, sweetheart, because if I don't shut him up, right, you're never going to get a word in. So I'll just bang him down the face for 2 seconds, because otherwise you're not going to get a word in, I'm telling you.
And thank you to everyone in the chat that's joined me, and I appreciate it. So thank you. If you email me, I'll send you out stickers, mine and Snobby stickers, as a thank you. So
there you go. So email Dusty up. You're welcome, Dusty, and congratulations, sweetheart. It gets to a state when you think, is this going to happen tonight or not? And I really, hand on heart, didn't think they were in here. But lo and behold, they are. And what was it? A lovely feeling when you see the numbers getting closer and closer and closer? What was it? A nice feeling?
Yes,
it is. Yeah, I know. I remember my first 1,000. It's a lovely. You're not going to start crying, are you?
No.
It's a truly lovely feeling when you get to it, and hopefully
I'm more embarrassed than anything. So
why?
Oh, I do. That's just me. I just get embarrassed.
Dusty,
I'm very humble.
Dusty, they take the mickey out of me when I wear me dressing gown, lovey.
I'll get rid of him again, Dusty. It's not. He reckons it's a dressing gown. I think he's been smoking grandpa's fags today. That's what I think he's been doing.
Actually, I've been erecting. As you went on, I was waiting for the Amazon to turn up, and I've been erecting a shelf unit and a table while I'm listening to you and saying thank you in the chat, and I'm all.
I know the feeling, darling. When I've been erecting the shelf and all the rest of it.
If he's not going to talk clean, he's going to go. It's as simple as that. It's what's going to happen tonight. So, 1,000 subscribers. How long did that take you to get there, Dust?
A year.
About the same as me, sweetheart. Congratulations! Yeah. It's absolutely amazing. It's brilliant.
It's a week over, maybe a week and a half over the year dot. So.
There's someone behind you hiding. Who's that behind you there? Who's that? Oh, it's for Snob. Hi, Snob. I can see a foot moving.
Dear.
I wonder what's going on.
He's there. He's coming from the back garden. He was out in the garden.
The battery. I better put my phone on charge. The battery's gone.
So how good news is that? And Snob, she's now up there, up in the 1K club.
Well, she's on her own now.
Yeah. It's a long old road now, Dusty.
Yeah, she's got to feed the monster, hasn't she?
It's like being a grown up. You suddenly turn into a grown up, and your parents go, "Go on, that's it. You're on your own now."
Well, it is, but as long as they stay there, as long as you keep putting out fantastic content like you do, you'll have absolutely no problems at all. Yeah. And now, I mean, how are you doing on your watch time? You must be either there or nearly there, aren't you?
I'm there. I'm just over.
Just got to push a button, and you're done. Then. Yes,
that's it.
Fantastic, and you can just then sit back and watch those millions roll in.
Yeah, and buy more shoes and handbags and more red lipstick.
That'll be 2 Bentleys now.
No, I don't drive. I've got my push out in the garden, but I don't drive. I drive
to get a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, no, I pull over them.
Women collect shoes and handbags. Men collect lawnmowers.
I know. I collect handbags as well. I'm into my handbags.
You're into your handbags?
Oh God, I didn't want to hear that.
I promise I'll be good. I promise I'll be good.
Well, you better be. You'll be out of it. So no, I am super chuffed. As I say, I did not think for 1 minute they were in here. Because me, you, Dusty. Well, yeah, me, you, Dusty, and Ali, and Tina, and whatever, and Snob have all been sort of within the same sort of circle for a little while now, sharing subscribers and the same community. And I didn't think they were in here. But I've been holding at about 68, 70 solid now, which is fantastic. And lo and behold, they're in here. They're in here.
Yeah, they are. You know? And I thank them all. I thank everyone for it. It's brilliant. You're great people. Thank you.
Well, at long last, you're there. Hopefully, long may it continue.
Yes. Bye, Matt. Thank you.
Matt.
Bruce Pender's in the house. How you doing, Bruce? Nice to see you. Right, ladies and gents, I better get off and get some kids ready for bed. No worries, Matt. Congratulations on your old quantum engine. Like to see you soon, buddy boy. Take care of yourself. So, Dusty, you're there, sweetheart. I am really pleased. I seem to remember saying that if you got to the 1,000, Snobby would do the Snobby Shuffle.
Yeah, I remember that as well, mate.
Yeah, you don't look that enthusiastic now.
I think what it is is somebody getting a little bit butthurt because you're hot on his tail now. Is that what it is, do you think? Let's get your act together, Snobby.
He's thinking about it.
Well, congratulations, Dusty. Tina, Dusty also won my channel name raffle. Okay, cool. That's fantastic. You're on a roll then, Dusty. It comes in freeze.
I know. And I don't. Well, the only thing I ever won was Roy the Boy's clock.
Yeah.
And then I won Tina's cup, which I love her name, Braveheart. Braveheart. What was it? I forgot it. Braveheart Scrapper. That's it.
Yeah.
And now I'm at 1K, so comes in freeze. And
you got your hours. You got about 4,100, didn't you?
Yeah, I got about 4,100 hours. So
that's fantastic. I am really pleased for you, sweetheart. So as I say and keep saying, I didn't think they were in here tonight. I said to Dusty and to Snobby, oh, we got some feedback coming in. But we would, I would definitely push it for you. And I did say then, I don't think they'd be in the house. But lo and behold, they're there. And you're now at your milestone. You've got all your points you need to get where you want to get to. And now you're going to have that lovely little button on your mobile phone that you can just go bump and just go live as and when you want to. When you're out on the street, you can just hit the button and away you go.
Am I allowed to talk to you as well, Dusty?
Yeah. Well, it's Mick's show, so.
Who? Sorry?
Go on, Phil. Yeah, go on, Phil.
No, you're going to drop me out again.
No, you're racist,
You wait till I get my 1,000 callers. I'm on 2 at the moment.
I will return the favour to everybody I've got notification off of, or whoever's done it to me. So I'm not just a snatcher.
It's absolutely fantastic. You know, I am I am pleased, and it's great to see some people getting up there who really do deserve it and work at it. And if anyone else is anywhere close, just give me a shout. Give me a shout, and I will see what I can do.
I've only got 998 to go, Mick.
Say again, Phil.
I've only got 990.
Didn't hear a word you said. So. It's something to do with your lips keep moving, Phil. I can't hear a word you're saying. It does take something to get to that 1K, and it seems to be when you get over it, you tend to get over it quite quickly. Onto the next, and then it slows right down for a 500 again. And I don't know if that's a YouTube thing, but. The test will be when you wake up tomorrow, turn your phone on and see if they're all still there. That's the tester.
Oh, no.
And if they stick, then you're on there. Ed's close, apparently. Can you get me there? What's your number, Ed? I think you're a little way off, Ed. I think, aren't you? I think.
Yeah.
But we shall see. But anyway, I'm super chuffed for you, sweetheart. You do deserve it. And hopefully I'll have a bit of spare time tomorrow. I might come up on your panel tomorrow and come and shit. No doubt you'll be at full tilt tomorrow, so you'll be celebrating. So will you be doing a giveaway?
I don't know yet. I'm going to think about it. What can I give away?
Snobby.
Well, if you're going to give Snobby away, my entry name in the hat should be about this big.
Okay.
I'll take them all day long.
I won't get
Can I take my name out, please?
Oh, okay.
he's actually a very nice man when he's face to face, believe it or not. He's actually quite nice to me.
As I said to you before, Phil, it gets very lonely down here, and if you come in the shed, you're going to get spoken to. But you know what I mean, I can take or leave it, Phil. You know what I mean? So I've got a question coming. Are you sticking around, Dusty, or what? You just pop up? What do you do, sweetheart? You sticking around?
I've just popped up, Mick.
Righto, sweetheart. That's absolutely fine. And fantastic news, Dusty. I'll be over yours tomorrow at some point. I'll try and pop in where I can. Come and say hello to you.
Thanks very much.
Hopefully we'll have a fantastic stream. So all the love to you and the family, especially Snobby.
Thank you, everyone, and to everyone else.
Keep safe, sweetheart.
Dusty. Look forward to seeing you again, dear.
See you later, Dusty. See you tomorrow.
Already.
I will.
Take it easy, baby.
Everyone in the chat.
Bye, Conker. Bye, everyone in the chat. See you later.
Well, you'll be in the chat.
Well, I will, yeah. But bye.
Bye. So there she is. It's the Dusty Blonde. That's the one who you've been supporting, and she goes live tomorrow, 6:37ish, I think. I'm not quite sure. She does change her times time to time. So check out if you're subscribed to Dusty, hit the bell, notifications to all, and you'll get notifications saying she's gone live. And it can be an absolute scream up on her panel. I can assure you of that. Got a question come in. I've got someone down in the basement. Hang on. I've got someone down here. I noticed I did have someone down there. Let me see who we've got down here. We've got 2 of 3. Let's bring Brucey up. Phil, you're going for a Burton, mate, because you were first in here.
No, drop me out. My battery's about to go anyway, so I'm going to shoot.
All right, Will. No worries, babe. Will, let's
See you later, Will.
I'm used to being dropped out, don't worry.
Nice seeing you, Phil.
Hey, nice to see you guys. How you doing?
Hi, Bruce.
I've got Granny as well. Hi, Granny. How you doing, honey?
Hi, Granny.
Nice to see you, baby.
Bruce, love watching your videos, mate. Great. Lots of information.
Who's that?
Bruce.
Thank you.
Well, all of you guys, actually, of course. Well, one or two exceptions. The tea and the...
Right, so I've got a question here. My Mountfield SP414 starts and cuts and runs out. I've changed the carburettor, spark plug, air filter, and gaskets, and still no joy. So I will say, when you say you change the carburetor, did you change it for a complete new carburettor, or what did you do? I will say the 414s. That's the Mountfield with the Mountfield with the plastic decks on them.
That's all. We just do.
I'll just mute you, Phil. Just finish talking to your missus, mate. Let's know when you're ready. The Mountfield 414 is a plastic deck Mountfield with the RS100 engine on it. And they are notorious for the main jets. So even if you have changed the carburettor over, pick up some of those, the gas cleaning tip files. We've all got them. They're only about £2 on eBay. Pick them up and find the one that fits in it, and then go around the main jet and just take a thread off the main jet. Don't put the one in that doesn't fit and ram it in. The one that does fit, and then just file it back and just open that jet up a little tiny bit, and that should do it. You may have to do it. You may have to do it 2 or 3 times. But the 414 mount field, I've got videos on those. Check them out. And oh my lord!
Wasn't me.
Who was that?
Not
Was
me.
that you, Tim? Was that you, Tim?
Yes.
Copyright strike. Cheers, fat babe.
Go on, strike him down.
mate.
Go on, Mick. Put him down. Go on. Go on. Put him
sorry,
down.
mate.
Go on.
Can I say something? Can I say something to Lucian?
Of course you can.
Are you using the same fuel over and over again?
Yeah, good point, Bruce. I mean, it could be bad fuel. So yes, I mean, Bruce, you're right. Cleanliness is godliness when dealing with carburetors of any type. So flush the tank out, flush the lines out, and on the 414s, if you take the fuel line off of a tank, you should find a little tiny fuel filter inside the tank tube. Take that out and give that a clean also.
Yep.
My lord, you're going to absolutely do me in for streaming tonight. Is that you, Tim?
Yeah, sorry. Someone's tried to phone me and he's been a pain in the backside.
Hey, Tim, what's it like to get dropped down into the cellar?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, do what Bruce says and completely redo your fuel. Chuck your fuel out, get clean fuel, and then that carburetor. If you look on any one of my 414 videos, I've got about 4 or 5 up there now, and you will see me rim every single one of those out. Those carburetors are notorious for the main jet. You've got to file it out slightly, just by a hair's breadth, and it will improve it. It will improve it.
I've got that tank on that 3 horsepower, Mick. In there, the fuel seemed to be pink. I don't think it was 2-stroke.
Pink?
Was that fuel improver or some sort of rubbish?
If it's a fuel stabilizer and you're not sure if it's a stabilizer, my best advice is bin it. If you're not sure, bin it. It could be
I was going to get rid of it. I just wondered what it was. Yeah.
It could be paraffin. It could be anything. So yeah, if in doubt, chuck it out. You know, that's what I recommend. Anyway, Brucey boy, how you doing?
Good.
Nice to see you, buddy. I see you're not quite so busy today as you normally are. Last week you were busy and
Right.
you didn't grace me with your presence because you were.
I did not get an email on. I did not get a notification that you were on live last Saturday.
I didn't either.
Weird.
Yeah, Bruce made an engine the other day, and he put a hole in the block and a fuel pump. I see.
Yes.
And then I tried to drain the oil out, and nothing came out.
I did see that, Bruce. Yeah, and to be fair, got some nice spares off of that.
Yeah.
Was the deck absolutely gone to bits then as well, or not?
Well, I don't worry about decks here because we don't have there's no humidity, so it's really, really easy to find a good old deck.
Okay. Yeah. I see you started to strip it down. I thought, hang about. You're not going to keep the deck around here. They're like rocking horse poop.
I know.
You've got to keep them.
No, that was just an access panel. They had a fuel oil pump. That's all. You know that.
And you know what? Somebody actually suggested, and I have the room. I think I'm going to take the bottom sump off that because those crack. So I'm going to.
Yeah.
I still got it in the. We've had 3 days of rain, so it's been. Believe it or not, we were desperate for rain. It was powder dry, and so that's why our decks lasted so long. So anyway, it was nice to get 3 days of rain. Gardens coming up, trees are leafing out. Just like real people.
And how are things over there, Bruce, with the old the obvious?
Good.
I gotta
go. I think someone's at the door. Just hang on.
Yeah, okay,
sorry.
All right. No, you're all right. No, you're all right. Don't worry, buddy.
You upset him, Mick?
No, there's somebody at the door.
All right.
Question, Nick.
Yes, baby.
Okay, I got a new gas weed eater, 4-stroke, and my girls were using it and they let it run out of gas. I've never had any trouble starting it ever.
I am so sorry about that.
Since they let it run out of gas, The only way I can start it is with the electric start. I cannot pull the rope and get it to start no more.
Right.
Any ideas?
Pulled up some
Well,
the tank.
Yeah. The first thing I would check is, does it have a fuel filter on it? Number one.
Okay.
If it's got a fuel filter, it shouldn't have sucked anything up. The chances are is if you ran it out of fuel, you might have an airlock within the fuel lines and the carburetor system itself. So my advice is fill your fuel tank up to pretty much full,
Right.
and then spray a little bit of petrol in the carburetor. Take the airbox off and just spray a little bit of fuel inside the carburetor just to get that diaphragm nice and wet again. Just to try and re-energize it, and you might find that just running anything out of fuel is never good, unless you're winterizing it. So if it's run out of fuel, it may be that you've got an airlock in there, and it just needs a bit of love to get the fuel back through.
Okay, I was thinking that possibility, but now so I'll try that stuff.
Yeah, give that a go. Give that a go, sweetheart. So yeah, it's always a way, Bruce, when you strip something off. About 3 weeks later, something to come in, and you'll go, I wish I took that off that blinking engine.
I know. It's just crazy. Sorry about the interruption. My manager of acquisitions and dispositions has gone for a walk.
How is Mrs. P? She well?
Good. Yep.
Good. And how is the old COVID-19 doing over there?
Well, Canada's got a pretty good hold on it. We only have. Now, don't forget, we only have 10% of the population of the United States. So we have 36 million people. And I think we're at 70,000 cases with about 4,000 fatalities altogether. So it's not bad. I guess if you can say that, that's not bad. But anyway, they have it under control. And our politicians are still getting along. But now that we're getting close to the other end of the curve, they're all starting to fight again, so things must be getting better.
Yeah, I think
I hear you're going to get more up there.
Pardon me?
Yeah,
I hear you're going to get more higher population in Canada if Trump gets elected. So you might get more numbers.
Well, they actually anybody American there's Ken there. People think they can just move to Canada, but you have to become a landed immigrant, and then you have to get your green card, and you got to do all the same thing that any other immigrant has to do.
You see, I've got that stuff, Bruce. I've got that sussed. You don't need any of that. I'm going to pop over for a holiday, stay at your place, and just not leave.
Yeah, I've had that happen. I had that happen.
I got an aunt that got dual Canadian citizenship, American and U.S. I could go live with her.
Right.
Well,
you know what?
The way I see it, Bruce, is that you have a big enough workshop for me and you to share, right? Now, the only sort of downside I can see to it is you work a certain way and I work a certain way. And I'm just thinking we could possibly get along. And
we'll draw a yellow line across the floor and have Les Meston's office on that side and my office on this side.
Well, you guys be fighting over kid fans, though.
Yeah,
WKRP
in Cincinnati.
It could work quite well. I could throw the spanners, and you could catch them and put them where they belong.
Yeah.
I'm just watching. My eyes are a bit off and on because I've got a blue tit that's nesting in my other shed, and the bird, I don't know if you can see, is on the feeder. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
There he is.
Yeah. There he is. Yeah.
What's a blue tip? I've never seen one.
Blue tit, yeah, little blue tit. Yeah, got a little family in the old bird box.
Nice.
And they've been a bit cheeky because I put a feeder here for them, and now they're not working as hard as they should. They're being typically British, and they're just going from the bird box to there and back, and they're not working for a living. So, yeah, I've got a nice little family of blue tits that just moved in, which is cool.
So how are you doing, Ken? I haven't seen you, man. How are things down there in New York?
Oh, Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut. I'm so sorry.
Today was that's all right. Oh, don't be sorry. I like Connecticut. It's a little expensive, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Today was what? Briggs & Stratton overhead valve pressure washer head gasket. So that was like a quick 30-minute repair for $100. So not bad.
Nice.
So Neil says, I attempted your cable fix with the cable crimps. You saved me a lot of money. Thanks. Yeah, them cable crimps are fantastic. I had someone say just the other day that they used it and they were no good. You've got to put them in the vise and you've got to squeeze them up flat. That's how I do it. If you don't squeeze them flat, then they don't hold.
Are those for
your Z-bend, Nick?
The stop cable
ones?
Yeah.
Say again, Ken.
Yeah. That's for your Z-bend fix, right?
No, these ones.
Isn't that the one with the little Z on the end, and you got the screw, and you make it so you can patch the cable?
No, not. Well, I don't know. No, he said the crimps, which I think is these little kiddies.
Little aluminum guys. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cable. Oh, I got you. Yeah, those are for lanyards. Yeah, we say lanyards.
Lanyards. We say lanyards.
Lanyards.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you
So, but aren't you splicing two cables together? With that?
Yeah.
Keep the old Z
it only works on braided cable. It doesn't work very well on solid stake cables.
Right.
My mate Phil, who's in the basement sulking, he bought me a Z bender. They're really cool. Really like them.
You know what though? They're
really good.
Still. I tried one yesterday, and I still ended up getting my Z to go this way instead. By the time you're supposed to turn it and then go and then turn it, and it ended up facing up instead of down. Like
Well, Bruce, I did see you do your picture framing video, and to be fair, you took a little while doing that as well.
Yes.
He's a perfectionist.
He's
a perfectionist, literally.
I've got a competition to do. For those of you that entered my competition, all you had to do was go into my live stream last week and leave a comment to say or whatever. And for those of you that are going to win, one winner, I've got prizes here. I'm going to do it right now, so don't leave. I got a grass buster deck scraper with curved edges for scraping.
That doesn't look like any fun.
To be fair, Bruce, I've got one, and they're pretty good.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
For broccoli.
Also, a set of carburetor tuners in a little man bag.
Right on.
That's cool.
Yeah, interesting.
I've got a Micks Mowers sticker, a Micks Mowers key ring for those that don't have one. There you go. And also top prize, a Micks Mowers mug for drinking your tea or coffee out of.
Right on.
And on top of that, a £50 Amazon gift voucher. Okay, or the equivalent of whatever country you live in, or whatever. If you don't have Amazon, if you're in a country that doesn't have the Amazon, then I'll just send you a £50 check or something like that, either. So all I asked you to do was to send me a comment in my last live stream video I did, and I think some of you guys actually forgot to go back in there the next day or whatever and leave a comment, because I didn't get a lot of entries. I've got some. I've got about 15 entries, I think. No, it's not you, Phil. You're down there, mate. Got to go, folks, as Andy's most. Cheers, Andy Tar. So I'm going to pick it out now. They're random. They're all in there and what have you. We'll pick it out and we'll see who wins. I'll do it on my camera so you guys see there's no fixing. Bit of a stir up. Bye, Andy. I'm going to pick that one there.
Oh no, it's not.
Congratulations, Phil.
Rigged.
It's not you.
Oh, for gosh.
Bruce Blender.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Brucey boy, you are the winner of them bits of merchandise stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations.
Hey, Mick,
Thank you.
just to keep it honest, pick out another name just to show us they're all not Bruce.
Now.
Maybe there's 15
Now.
Bruce Benners.
He said all the names before he put them into the pot, Ken.
It's completely honest now. It's completely honest. I can mix it up, bring it out.
Well, listen, I never win anything.
There's another name. Can you see that name?
Who came in second?
Phil.
Phil
came in second. There you go, Phil. All right.
Phil came in second. He's down there in the basement. Sorry, Phil. It's the way it rock and rolls, baby.
Well, that's really nice. Thank you very much.
No, that's cool. They all said Bruce. Well, it's the way it goes. The names are in the hat, people. It's what it is. To be fair, I only had about 14, 13 people enter it, so there wasn't a lot of names in there. So everyone stood a good chance of winning, which is cool. So Bruce, you're in Canada.
Right.
It might pay me to. I don't know if I can do it with Amazon gift card. I'll look into it. I should do something. If not, you just tell me what you want, and I'll buy it off of Amazon. And have you got a wish list?
Yes.
Right. Well, what it might pay to do, it might pay me to look at your wish list, and then I'll buy you something off your wish list. How's that sound?
Right on. We'll do it on email.
And I'll post other bits over to you. That's not perfect.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries, baby. Do it on email.
I'm stunned.
You're welcome, babe. Well, it's what it's all about. It's about supporting each other. And, you know, I put it out there last week. And funny enough, you weren't even in that one. You must have watched it back. I hit the 3,000 subscribers. I'm nearly already at 3,500 already, which it's gone bonkers. And it's all about supporting each other and looking out for each other. That's what it's all about. Yeah, it's good. So that's good. Pen, I see you did the video just last week. What were you mucking about with fuel or something, wasn't it? Fuel?
Oh, yeah, where the lady I used to work with, she retired. She brought in a mower that wouldn't start, and she brought me the fuel that was in the tank in a wine bottle. And I asked her if the wine bottle was clean before she poured it in. She said, oh, yeah. Well, there's literally, half inch or so of pure water in the bottom of it, and you could see it in the video. And she used Stay-Bil, but she used a lot of Stay-Bil. I mean, people think more is better, which isn't the case with Stay-Bil. Right. But anyway, she had it in her shed, and I don't know what happened. But the same thing happened last year. She came by, there was water in her fuel. So obviously, wherever she has this or whatever, and the gas she's using is garbage, a lot of ethanol. And you get the phase separation, and water doesn't tend to burn as good as gas. So it didn't want to start.
See that all the time. But I don't see the wine bottle thing.
You don't see what?
I have never seen gas in a wine bottle. Looks like a Molotov cocktail.
I thought she brought me a bottle of rosé, and then she said, no, it's gas.
I saw that video. It was pinkish looking, wasn't it?
Yeah. Someone has asked a question there. Can I use a paper gasket between the block and the inlet manifold? Yeah. You can shove that in there. That'll be all right.
On what, though? On what? But on what?
Well,
though?
yeah. Majority of things you can. If there was one that came off and it split, then yes. Yeah. You can buy gasket paper.
Well, like today, I'll give you a little.
Go on, babe. Go on.
Today on this Briggs overhead I was working on, they actually had an orange O-ring that was used inside a channel on a plastic intake manifold. And what happened was I made the mistake. I didn't know it. I was squirting carb cleaner, and a little bit got on that O-ring, and it swelled. Yeah. So it didn't want to go back into the channel, So I did my normal trick. I boiled it in hot water for about 3 minutes. Shrunk right up. Went right back in.
I got a super chat there from 2Q2Qs. Give me a $5 super chat. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for that. You are a rock and roll star. My mate Tony Curran has just popped in. He's a bloke I work with on the train. Are you working tomorrow, Tone? I'm out tomorrow, Sunday. Are you out tonight, buddy? Apparently, Peter, who is also in that competition, Peter says Bruce needs a new oil extractor. Well, it's only because the engine had no oil in it. That's why his oil bucket worked.
I'm doing the project. I'm doing the project from hell right now.
What are you on then, Bruce?
A good friend of mine retired. These videos will be out in about 3 weeks. But a good friend of mine retired. He was a one-man house framer, right? Like a one-man company.
Mud Mowers.
From the kid who worked for him off and on has now bought the company and inherited all this stuff. Three wheelbarrow, 5 horsepower compressors. Do you know what I'm talking about? The compressors that look like a wheelbarrow. Three of them.
You had some in. You had some in just a little while ago. You had some yellow ones in just a little while ago. Something similar.
Yes, but these are 200 pounds each.
Yep.
Like they're nothing to fool around with. All three of them sat for 8 years. Everyone, and then of course as time progressed, they robbed parts off them. You know, the activators, the pneumatics, the release valves, and I got all three of them running, but I haven't got them running to the point where they'll make the engine idle when it's not wanting air. Now, that's a big thing. But it's a lot of fun.
So it's causing me grief. I mean, if,
I'm
having
having a ball with it.
If you want a bit of an easier job of it, Bruce, feel free to pop on over to the UK and come and give me a hand with this one.
No thanks.
What do you mean, no thanks?
Well, I don't know. That looks like I hurt myself with that thing.
Well, I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, Bruce. Right, that to pull that is like cutting butter with a hot knife. Okay, and today, of all days.
Oh, you got it running.
I got it running to a fashion.
Right.
But I need some parts for it to finish it off. You should never run anything with lots of fuel leaks. But yeah, I took a little bit of a risk. It was okay. But it certainly had more petrol in it than your last lawnmower had oil in it. But it runs. But hopefully, my mate Will, he's been in today. He might have some spares for me for it. And we should see. Gordo has got a good one there. Gordo has just said, any tips on what mowers not to buy? It all depends.
No. The Briggs E engines.
How about this
Briggs E engines? Don't buy those.
Anything?
Whereabouts are you, Gordo? Is the first question, because the mowers different between Canada, UK, and what have you. Let us know whereabouts you are. But I will say, I've got to agree with Ken. The E engine is one to definitely not bother with because they're 95% plastic.
I'd say anything that was made in the last 4 years.
That's definitely a good tip. It all depends where you are, Gordo. Is what I'd recommend, and also you're in the UK. Okay, so if I was you and in the UK, I would definitely recommend anything with a Honda engine on it, whether it be a Mountfield, whether it be a Hater, a Honda, or whatever. Anything with a Honda engine on, you're not going to go far wrong. In that respect,
because there's some value.
I've lost a little bit of faith. Yeah, I've lost a little bit of faith, Bruce. To be fair, especially in the newer Briggs stuff I've seen come in, and I'm not a fan of the new Briggs stuff. Really, I'm not.
No, me either. The push rods are flimsy and floppy, and
plastic carbs.
Yeah, plastic carbs. Oh my gosh, that little white plastic insert.
I had one come in this week. It was free to collect. I went and picked it up, and it was in a bit of a mess. It's outside now, I can see it. Go and got it and brought it back, and it was hunting or surging. Some of you guys call it surging like hell. And I give it a clean, put it through the didn't put it through a cleaner. I cleaned it by hand because they tend to react better than going in the cleaner. I rimmed out the jet ever so slightly, being very careful, put it back on, and it improved it, but you could still hear that little tiny hunt. It was still there. And what it wants on those E engines, it wants another spring on the back of the governor arm to pull the tension back the other way. If they thought about that a bit more and just had a spring just to hold that tension back, it would be a good engine. It wouldn't hunt nowhere near as much as what it would. So I went onto Amazon and I bought myself a brand spanking new, genuine Briggs & Stratton plastic carb. £35 they wanted for it. And then it dawned on me that just down here, I have a Viking lawnmower with a bent crankshaft with a 450E Briggs & Stratton engine on it. So I went straight onto Amazon, count to order, shot outside, put it on, and it runs. So I saved myself nearly 40 nicker. But it has still got a little tiny bit of a hunt to it. I got to agree, it's still just there, but I think it's doable. If I can just do a little bit of tweaking on the throttle spring, I might even try and put a governor's spring on the back. Say again.
One thing I found, Mick, though, with the fuel delivery on those engines, take off the fuel line, go into the carburetor, and see how fast the fuel comes out. Especially on the Kohler Courage, that little inline bar, but where the fuel filter is, it's clogged easy and it restricts flow. And when it restricts flow, it hunts. Because the carburetor is fuel.
Hey, Ken, is that the Courage self-destruct engine? Is that the one?
Oh, my God. No, you have to be courageous if you buy and run one.
I call those department store lawnmowers, and there's one in every house, eh?
Yeah.
I know one.
We have a store here called Canadian Tire.
25-year-old Kohler.
125-year-old what? Sorry, man.
Kohler Courage engine that's never had a problem.
Well, that's because it's old.
Is that because you bought it from brand new and left it in the box?
Nope. Believe it or not, the guy I know that has it, he took it apart before he even ran it. JB welded threaded rods down inside the block instead of using the bolts, and then tightened everything down and then welded the nuts. I still say that's the only reason why it's still going.
Yeah. For the tractor engine, they call it the bathtub. Yeah, for that one. Yeah.
We've got Gordo has said.
But the one I was talking about was Scott. Good.
Gordo has said bought a non-runner, and it needed was flywheel cleaning and the magnets cleaning. Fired up first time. It's in bits at the moment, being repaired. Fantastic. There you go. I've been repainted. Fantastic.
Thanks. Hey,
sometimes it can be. Pete says, "Mr. Briggs, put a t-shirt on." Sometimes it can be as simple,
I'm a redneck.
Simple as that. we can quite clearly see that.
You're a white chest. I know that.
Sometimes it can be as simple as
this is a disease right here. This is normal in my family. Having a redneck like that. No, the redneck. It runs in the family.
It's not red. It's not red. It's green. It's where you've been wearing that fake jewelry.
Hey, I don't wear jewelry. Look, nothing.
My God, he's kind of great.
Does anybody know where to find a cost-effective Kohler air filter? Like I can go and get Tecumseh, Honda, but those ones they're about 6 by 2.5.
Yeah, the yellowish ones.
They're 3.5 times the price of anything else out there. It drives me crazy. I'm a tightwad.
The only time I found those at a good price, Bruce, was when I went to Lowe's, and at the end of the season, they had 75% off. I bought every Kohler air filter they had.
Can you not get some? Can you not get some copies off of somewhere like Wish?
No.
Okay.
No, the ones I'm looking at were even from China. They were on Amazon, and they were still, online bulk $4.50 a piece. I should be able to get them for about $3. $3.
Yeah, the newer Kohler, you can't get them.
And there's more of them around because,
if you can get them on Amazon,
and they made a weird size.
I dare say you can get copies off of somewhere like Wish, or there's another firm I use over here, or something Banggood it's called. You might be able to get it off of there, maybe.
Banggood,
try them.
So I've been reusing more of them than I should because they're so expensive, blowing the dust out.
Well,
and then the one corner always cracks, but that air filter comes down and really pinches that one side.
Well, is there no way you can use that air filter you took out of that last engine you took apart for parts? Because that had another good season left in it, Bruce.
Yeah, can you believe that thing weighed about 2 pounds?
My Lord. Absolutely hideous. I get it. I had a bloke come in the other day. He had a Quantum Hater 41 that was hunting and surging. And he actually sold me a Marquis, funnily enough. And I said I'll do a discount on your service and what have you. And his air filter was pretty much the same. I think he had blue tits nesting in his air filter at one point. It was full of stuff. It's amazing what a new air filter will do. With a new air filter and it sucks in the right amount of air, you've got half a chance.
Well, you know, the worse they get, the more oil they pull up the suction tube for the crankcase ventilation, and then they just get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And some of them, if they've got good compression, will suck oil in all day.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, for me, parts, I'm waiting on a carburetor. It's coming from China, admittedly. It's for a Briggs 6 flat rotavator. I got it for nothing. And there's a video coming out on it next. I think that's next, actually. Could be next. I got it running, but the little tiny plastic elbow that comes out of a carburetor, your main feed, that's got a split in it. And I can't find one to fit it for that carburetor. So I thought, do you know what? For what it costs, I'll just get one from China. And I bought it for about £9.
Right.
And it said on it, delivery would be like 3 weeks. And then I looked back on it about 2 weeks ago, and it says delivery would be about 3 weeks. So at the moment, it's going to be 6 weeks before I can get any sense out of it.
Where's that from? Which?
I'm used to that.
That's coming from eBay. It's coming from eBay, but it's Chinese carburetor, so it's probably coming from Wuhan.
Yeah.
I service. What's that? Ed's saying I serviced one pressure washers at work last week. It was missing the air filter altogether. Yeah, they do. They do.
But pressure washers are well run because they're usually in a fairly clean environment. You just got to keep the water in it. It's like snowblowers snowblowers don't even have air filters.
Yeah. You see that disc saw video I done today that had no filters in that at all, and that's half the reason why them concrete saws don't run is because they're literally you've got to have the right amount of air going through, and no filters get in there. It's just sucking way too much air, and that's why you have problems with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them need a little backup, like a Hondas need a little. They run better with the filter on, like a chainsaw too.
I can't see what you just put up there, Phil. What did you do? I can't see that note, Phil. You put a note in the basement, Phil. I can't read it, Phil. Cheers, Mick. All right, Phil. Take it easy, mate. Catch you later, buddy.
See you later, Phil.
Have a nice dinner. Phil's going out of the basement. He's gone. So where was Frank then? Because in the last video, Frank wasn't in there. Where was Frank?
He was out getting some fresh air.
Well, I hope he was social distancing.
He was. Since I got home from Mexico, I don't think I've put 150 kilometers on that truck.
Have you not? So technically, you spent more time under the hood this year so far than actually driving it.
It just sits there. It gets dusty.
Did you ever order the new?
Nothing.
Did you ever order that piece for it, Bruce? That bumper piece, or has it still got the same bit on it?
You know what? Nobody's said anything, but it's still there, just like it was when I put that black piece of tape.
I've just pulled it up.
Yeah. Well, you're somebody. Oh boy.
Yeah. I've just ordered a carb from Amazon at Micks Mowers. Hopefully that will be here in the next couple of days. Yeah. Well, Amazon generally are pretty good, unless it says China. Then you'll be waiting, but we'll see. Puller Ed says, but one of the employees removed it, and it never said a word to me about it. That's why it did it. Yeah. Well, if you take the air filters out, they don't run.
You know what I just got in yet? I just got a beautiful Honda self-propel. I don't know, 216, 217 yesterday, and the owner told me that he used. What do you call it? The gasket sealer on the carburetor. I gotta get it. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I had one. I think I had one last week, Bruce. Exactly the same thing.
I'm afraid to take it apart.
I can't think what it was on. It was on something that was. I think it's on a Hater 48, and the Hater 48 is a particularly old engine. The one I was working on is a particularly older model, and yeah, I had to be so careful because you put gasket make on it on top of the original gasket, and there was nothing wrong with the original gasket, so I had to spend a bit of time put a bit of petrol on it, and just trying to peel the crap off of it.
I don't even want to take it apart.
Did anyone notice they changed the mic button at the bottom to flip the video? They changed it at the bottom. They changed it how to flip the video at the bottom now.
What the camera?
The video you got? Yeah, they changed how to flip it now.
Don't know what you're saying.
All right. Yeah, Snobby was trying to show us. Snobby got given about 15 Briggs engine, and he got given low for scrap. He's melting them down and what have you. And he was trying to flip his camera over. He couldn't sort it out.
Yeah, they changed They changed the settings. There's a YouTube video online how to do it now.
Hey, there's a YouTube video on everything.
There's a YouTube video on it.
Hey,
I'll tell you what.
I gotta hit it.
I'll tell you what.
I had a customer just call me. I got like an emergency call.
What's that?
Okay, mate. No worries.
Are you leaving, Ken?
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. I gotta go fix something real quick.
Nice seeing
Later,
you, pal. Yeah. Work on the John Deere. Work on the John Deere.
Yeah, I need a new set of wheels, Bruce, for my trolley. One of my front wheels has gone a bit wonk. I need a new wheel for that for my lift table.
No.
I don't know if
fender lift? On your fender lift?
My pender lift. Yeah, the inside plastic bit has collapsed.
No.
So I don't know if I can get spares for that. I might have to just have a look around, see if I can't make something fit. I don't think I can get a lawnmower wheel in there.
That's practically your workbench. I've got to figure something out. That's your workbench almost.
How big is it, Mick?
I've got to figure it out. I've got to look into it. I can't lose it because I've been having the Marquis on it today, and that's heavy. I can't be. Yeah, well, it might be too heavy for it.
The Marquis. The Marquis.
How big's the wheel?
Marquis.
We're bilingual.
So we'll see. Yeah, I'll have a look into it. And yes, I've heard it called a Marquis before. A Marquis.
Yeah,
Marquis.
JP.
Hi, Johnny. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Thanks for popping on in.
Mate, how big's the wheel for it?
Aye?
How big's the wheel for it?
How big?
I might have a wheel somewhere off a breadbasket trolley.
Cool. I'll take some dimensions, and I'll if you bung me an email, just so I got your email, and I'll bung you some dimensions off of it, and hopefully we can get something sorted out. It'd be good because I can't have my lift table down. It's not going to happen.
No.
Otherwise, well, this is what I'm saying, Bruce. You know, this is what's happening. It seems to be that my equipment is starting to fail. So, yeah, I just think it'd be easier for me just to come on over to you and just live with you. If you have the workshop, I don't know, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, I'll have it Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
Boy, what do we do for the 14-day? What do we do about the 14-day isolation?
We're figuring. Well, I can do the. I'll do the videos, and you can do the editing.
We'd have no livers left.
Hard plastic rubber. Yeah, maybe. Mick, what did you? Mick, where did you pick up your lift table? I got my lift table from Mrs. P. Mrs. P bought me my table from my Mrs. P. Off of eBay, and it was then about £250. But they have gone up in price. Yes. They're about 350 now. All depends on what weight category you want, but I'll get it sorted. I'll get it sorted out one way or another. I can't do without it. It's as simple as that. It's got to be in use. I did service it last week because it was making some funny noises, so I did service it up.
Have you got
tightened a few nuts and bolts?
Now here we have a Princess Auto, which is like a Harbor Freight in the States. But have you got a store like that just sells, bulk and a lot of just anything like it's a hardware store that doesn't sell lawn chair.
Yeah, no, not really. We do suffer with shops over here, Bruce. In America, it does seem you got shops that pretty much sell everything. Over here, we don't really sort of sort of have that sort of stuff over here. Hence why most stuff comes from China, which we're finding out during this pandemic is that we don't even manufacture our own PPE, and we buy it in from China and Turkey. So, we've got an issue. But I think what the issue is
it'd be nice to see a little more.
The plastic wheel has a plastic cover, and I think where this shaft goes through, it's actually split around the shaft area, and it's tipped to one side. So I can move it, I can use it, but I can't really maneuver it as well as I would like.
There's no. I would take. Is it the front one or the back ones?
The back one, the locked up ones.
Oh, the one with the little foot. Boy, that should be a ball bearing wheel.
I'll have a little nose. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm gonna jump down and get back in the chat. I can't compete. I can't compete with all you talkative guys.
That ain't a guy.
Look at Mick go. He's doing something.
Yeah. Let me show you. Without dropping a table on my foot, it's quite heavy. Get it split. Hang on, I'm coming.
That mower looks like a tetanus shot waiting to happen.
Listen, when you can understand excellence and quality of build, you can comment on it. All right, I'm telling you, that is a piece of English heritage.
I ain't saying it ain't a good mower. Yeah. I'm saying with all the rust, it looks like a tetanus shot waiting to happen. That's all I said.
So, 4-inch wheel with a 5/16 axle.
Yeah, it's a bummer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the other side's like. What's the other side look like? Hang on. You bring it down.
That's cracked completely.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah.
I would take them both out.
What's the other side look like?
Outside, just measure them outside diameter and inside diameter and order a couple of ball bearing ones.
Yeah. I'll look into it.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not a good lawnmower. I just saying it looks like a tetanus shot waiting to happen.
Well, if I did this, all I'm saying is that looks like a tetanus shot waiting to happen.
Hey, I'm a redneck. Leave me alone. I got 2 real mowers in my garage. I got 2 lawnmowers in my shed. If I could send them to you, you would take them. I guarantee you then.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've got a Suffolk Super out there, and I've got a Ransom Marquis Mark 5, a Ransom Marquis Mark 4, and they're nice. This one I've got here, I'm going to be doing up. I'm going to be keeping it eventually. So I had a couple of questions come in here. Where were they? Mick, where do you get lift table from? I've done that. Cheers. I was looking for one for a while back. Can't seem to find them online. Yeah, they're more expensive on Amazon than what they are, but you can get some good ones second hand. You can get some good second hand ones. If not, eBay is your place. Let me put the old link out there. I know Bruce's one. The one I would recommend to get is one that Bruce has got. Okay, don't get the one that I've got. Because
Bruce's is better than yours. The way he opens it up and raises it up and down.
Yes, yeah. I've got to agree. The one I've got a foot pedal to pump up the same as Bruce, but Bruce has got a brake cable to release, and I don't. I have a tilt lever on the foot, and the problem is that the angle is really. Let me show you, Bruce. The angle is really fierce.
Mine is rated for 600 pounds.
Mine's about 455, I think.
Bruce, same. It should be the same.
No, I think it's a little bit less. I think, although it has had more on it.
Yeah.
Mick.
Yeah.
Is that too big?
Oh, that could be perfect. I don't know. I'll measure it in a bit. Right. I only want the wheel. I'll measure it in 2 ticks.
Yeah, I can take the wheel off and give you the wheel.
Yeah, let me measure it in 2 ticks, baby. You might have to save my life.
So you don't have a general hardware stores like Harbor Freight or
not
Princess
really,
Auto.
Not around here, Bruce.
That would make life difficult, all right.
And my one, Bruce, you pump it up with this one.
That's like mine. Yeah, that's the foot pedal's like mine.
And then you release it like that. But the problem is, and it's a manufacturer fault issue, is the angle dangle of that goes nice and straight, and then look at the angle how it drops down.
Okay.
So I had to weld on 2 universal sockets onto the end of the shaft to make it work. I think they're 1/2-inch socket universal UJ joint sockets.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to weld them on there because it broke after about a month of me having it. I should have took it back, but they were only ever going to give me the same thing back.
Mine is 7 years old, and I put those wheelbarrow mounted compressors on there, and they're 200 pounds, and it takes them no problem at all. And I only lose, if I leave it for 2 or 3 hours, I only lose about 1.5 inches of height. It's a good unit.
Hi, Harry.
Hey.
You all right?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're going to be 4.5 inches in diameter, Tim.
4.5 inches.
Yeah, but I don't know what the inside shaft is.
Do you need the brake?
No. The brake goes on the spinning one, Bruce.
Okay.
Tim, if you want to come on up, Tim, you've got to turn your camera on, buddy boy. I don't let anyone up here unless I've got a camera on, mate. You have to turn your camera on, buddy.
There's here's the knee clip.
Oh, he's going up to the shed.
Hang on, let's have a look. Let me find you.
There's a tape measure in that bottom cupboard.
See, there's an old Eclipse real type mower.
Yeah, nice.
And I can't even get, no one around here sharpens these. This thing's duller than sin.
Yeah.
And there's I just picked this one up, a Cooper. 20-inch. Real type mower. So I know what that mower is. It's just, you're, like I said, you got one of those old crusty ones too. I'm just saying they're a 10th of a shot waiting to happen, but that's all right.
Yeah. I mean, if you get them ground, and they do the grinding over here, if you get them ground properly, they cut absolutely fantastic. Gordo says, so I reckon the total cost would be around £80 mark with the new bed carb. Need to order a new spring shackle, £100. So I'm happy with that call. All right, you're chatting to Pete Froud. Cool. A few more questions. I just bought an old Suffolk punch mower. Good on ya. To restore, but it has the BBR's ES plug in it. Do you know what the correct plug is? Yeah, you can just put, if it's a standard Villiers engine, you can just put a B2LM in there. A normal NGK B2LM will fit in there lovely. Won't be a problem. Oh, it's got a BPE 5ES. Nah, that's not right.
Yeah, those are the ones I use in Hondas.
Yeah, that should actually probably strike the piston. So take that out. That shouldn't be in there. Not on an old Suffolk Super. Use a B2LM NGK plug or similar.
Like an RJ 19LM.
19LM would be fine. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's the wrong one. Might be faster to contact a manufacturer. They may have spares. Yeah, they might do. Bruce, maybe. I have to look into it. If not, Tim might have one there if it's the right size. Well, here we go. I'm on Facebook at the moment, and there's two punches on there which look like the exhaust. I'm looking for Micks Mowers. Oh, can you find out for? They're for punches. I doubt they're the same. Send me a link, Gordo, if you found them, mate. That'd be cool. While unsaved at the moment, struggling with the coronavirus, aka COVID-19 plague, send them to Jesus. We must gradually return the business as usual. Access reality. Yeah. Cheers, Mick. Yeah, no worries, Neil. That's fine, buddy boy. That's cool. So, Harry, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you.
Yeah, good. Thanks. All good.
Good. Oh, you sound a bit more enthusiastic this time. That's good. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, sales are picked up this week, so I'm in a better mood.
Let's have a look at you. Oh, yeah, here he is. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, good boy.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, what's that? You got? Have you got a Welsh? You got a Welsh rugby job?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gone. See you later on. Not having that. How did you get on in the last 6 nights? Good.
Sorry, Mick, what was that?
How did you get on in the last Six Nations? Any good?
Oh, yeah, let's not talk about
that. Hey, Harry.
Oh, Patty's performance.
Shocking.
That was good. So you've had a good week, have you, mate?
Yeah, managed to get my ride on salt. One of my regular customers, he buys a mower. 2 months later, he gets bored. He wants to swap it.
Oh, lovely. Send him my way.
So yeah, he bought a McCulloch 21-inch cut off me.
I'm good, thanks. Patty's performance.
Still FS55 and a HS45, so I managed to do all right there.
Oh, nice. Well, I will say, a certain friend of mine, who's actually in this stream at the moment, was working on a lawnmower just last week.
Big light on.
And he had what looked like a McCulloch lawnmower, but it wasn't. It was some American / Canadian make.
Oh,
and I was hoping that he might find that the engine was terminal and he might actually give me the gearbox out of it, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He actually repaired it, didn't you, Bruce? Thanks for that. So I had to change my McCulloch from a drive mower to a push mower in the end because I can't. I couldn't get a. Oh, do you know what? Bruce missed all of that.
Yeah, the boss came home.
I was just saying, Bruce. A good friend of mine was working on a lawnmower last week. He did a video on it where he had a lawnmower with big wheels at the back and small at the front, and I was kind of hoping that the engine was terminal. And he was going to scrap out the gearbox and post it over to the UK for me, but you got it running. So I've converted that from a drive mower to a push mower.
Oh yes, that was a nice job. Actually, I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed watching you muck about with my gearbox. Yeah, it was a bit close. You go back over there.
But I think that one was a front wheel drive.
It was, yeah. It was a gearbox. It's a gearbox I needed, Bruce.
I think you made a comment on my video on that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I made a comment like, "That's a gearbox I need. Post it over, please."
Boy, and you know, I've actually got one out in my wheel box. You know, a huge box of wheels, and I'm sure it's the one you need, but it would probably cost $150 to send it.
Yeah, I've decided, Bruce. I took the gearbox apart, took the main cogs, the drive cogs out of the side wheels, and put it back together. And now, do you know what? For what it is, a 21-inch push. It's not too heavy to push because it has a thin wheel. So do you know what? It makes something a nice little push mower. I can't be doing with it now. The drive system is too much for it, so it outweighs the cost. So I'll give it someone with a bit more grunt that can push it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just done the same with a Viking this week.
I've got a
I like how you say it's your gearbox.
Yeah, I've got a Viking with a bent crankshaft at the moment. That's terminal, so that'll be parts. I'm going to parts it out. What you got there, Harry? Have a look, Harry.
Look at the two-stroke stuff in there.
Does anyone could spin this camera around?
Turn. Yeah, it's down the bottom apparently now. We've changed the settings, mate. It's down the bottom.
No, all right. No. Cam and mic, no.
Yeah, that's what you need. The camera and mic.
The young guy can't figure it out. We'll never get it.
Have the camera and mic. Watch. Listen, you take the camera and mic button where it says camera mic.
Yeah.
See where it says camera mic? Tap that.
Yeah.
And then at the top it'll say audio or camera.
Yeah.
Okay, see where it says camera?
Right, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Hit the camera and then it'll say forward or rear.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
What you got?
Just had this. Brand spanking new. Mountfield with a Honda. The bloke who bought it, he bought it brand new from his dealer, but he was having a problem with his height adjuster. As soon as once you're going to set the height you want, as soon as you start the engine, it knocks off and it drops down. So anyway, his dealer gave him a full refund. And he was one of my regular customers. He said, "Oh, do you want to buy it? You can have it for 80 quid."
And you said what?
Yeah, I said, "Yeah, I bit his hand off."
That's all right. Is it just the spring snapped? Is it inside?
It's washers. It is. I was talking to one of my mates. He works for Mountfield. He said basically they don't put enough washers on it from standard, and that causes the handle to slip out. She said if you put another 4 or 5 washers on it, that should sort it. So I just ordered them. They're about 20 pence each. So I'm just waiting for them to come.
Cool. Done. So what's up with your Viking then?
This I had it for free. Part X. It came with no recoil. He gave me a recoil this for a quantum. It doesn't quite fit because it catches on the governor arm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to take my angle grinder to it and make a couple of adjustments to it.
Yeah.
And the gearbox was gone on it, so I just took it off and then made it into a push.
I see Bruce was doing angle grinding the other day. Actually, he was doing a bit of grinding, but he was making sure his surfaces were petrol free first.
Yes,
I think he must have walked around that shop about 5.
Oh, I had little cans of gas everywhere, and then somebody mentioned on that video that there's a cup under the lawnmower, but that was for oil. It wasn't gas. I wasn't worried. But I tell you, that's when life can get really exciting if you're grinding and you don't have all your gas put away.
Definitely. Yeah, it will really brighten your day right up, definitely. Especially me in a wooden shed, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, when I went to fire up this old girl in the previous video, which is coming out soon, I had petrol coming out of a tap, petrol coming out of a carb, and a leaking fuel hose. And literally, I had about a litre of fuel on the floor. Mrs. P came in to light a fag. I said, do not come in here. Do not come in here. Out. It would have gone up like kindling, I'm telling you. Like kindling. So what's on the bench today then, Harry boy? What you actually been working on today?
FS56 I've been doing today.
Yeah, you like your steels. The 56 isn't actually a bad.
Yeah, I got quite lucky with them on Facebook. The coil's dead on it, so I'm just waiting for a new coil.
Okay.
And that should be. And the spring has gone. The recoil spring.
Is that the
Have
easy
you ever
start?
tried? Is that the easiest start one? Is it? Yeah, I think it is easy start.
Yeah, easy start.
That's why it went. Yeah. There's nothing easy about the.
Have you ever tried? No, you're right, Bruce. They're easy to start when they're working, but when they're not working, they're a pig. Have you ever tried, Harry, putting in the spring on that strimmer that goes on the throttle trigger? You ever tried one of them?
No.
Oh, I'll tell you, have a go at that. Change your life.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I tell you, I had a bloke come in last week.
That'd take a lot.
I'll tell you, Bruce. I tell you, a bloke came in 2 weeks ago with the same sort of strimmer, and but he said the trigger's broken. It doesn't retract. I said, I'll bring it in. I'll look at it. So I said, it won't take me long. Do you want to wait? My lord, 4 hours I was fighting with it. and all it was, it sits in the top part of a spring, the leg of a spring, as I call it, sits in 2 little tiny recesses, clip mat in, and then the bottom part sits against the floor, and you just clip it in, right? You think easy job. I had forceps in there, long nose pliers, look at the size of these. They're not going to work. So I'm sitting there like playing the operation game. In the end, I sort of lost it. I said to the bloke, well, you have to come back. It's not happening. So I took the spring out and I put a very slight bend in the spring to force it over into the recesses, and it went in first time. Literally, just put a bend and it went straight in.
It was probably 6 minutes after he left.
Talk about trying my patience. It was just about to get held by the end of it and get flung across the garden, Bruce. I was in that kind of mood that day. It was going to happen. But fortunately, for the power of the editing button, you won't see any of that.
Right. I don't cuss.
It just goes in.
I don't cuss online.
Oh, I tell you, it was definitely trying my patience out, definitely. But there you go. It's what it is. Anyway, people, it is that time of day. 2.5 hour stream, as always.
Wow.
1 o'clock on the button.
Well,
Wow, this flew by.
Yeah,
Thank you very
absolutely.
much
I would stay, but Mrs. P's
send you an email.
indoors. Yeah, definitely, Bruce. Mrs. P was indoors and she wanted to sit and watch a film with me, so I've got to go and do that. So, congratulations, Bruce, on winning your prize.
Right.
I'll get that over. Yeah, we'll talk on email, Bruce. That'd be easier.
Right. Yeah.
Sausage fingers, Jason. Yeah,
you
definitely.
can have a look at my. I don't even know how to let you have a look at my wish list, so I don't know how to do that.
I'll figure it out. Is it on your about page?
No.
If you just send me a link, go onto your wish list and then email me a link to your wish list, and it'll go that way.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
and that's fun.
Go on. Yeah, first, thank you, Bruce, for coming up. Mr. Briggs, thank you. Harry, thank you. Tim.
No worries. Thanks for having me, Rick.
The size of that will be good.
What dimension did you say it was?
4.5 inches across.
4.5 inches.
Yeah. I'll give you a measurement of actually. Hang on, of how thick it is. That'd be a different.
And the axle size.
Inch and a quarter. Thickness will. Yeah, I'll get that size in a bit. To be fair, Bruce, that's only a bolt, Bruce. So if the axle was a bit tighter, I can drill it and get around that.
Right. Oh, okay. Mine are ball bearings, so you can't do that.
Right, okay. For those of you that are interested in trying to help me out with the spare parts for my Marquis exhaust or carburetor float for the Amel carburetor, please email me on my about page. It's on there somewhere. Have a look for my email and email me over any help I can get with this lawnmower, the better, to get this one up and running. And it's going to be a keeper. I'm going to keep this one because it's worth quite a lot in itself, not money wise, but just in itself. It's worth a sentimental value. It'd be worth getting that one running. So thank you for everyone that came in. Give us a thumbs up on your way out if you would be so kind. It helps towards the growth of my channel. Thank you, Bruce, and everybody for coming on in. Much appreciated. Don't forget, Dusty Blonde is live tomorrow, 6:37ish. She's got her 1,000 subscribers on this channel tonight, which means all of you lot are fantastic. And I'll see you all on the next one. So look after yourselves and take care, and I'll see you all again soon.
Yeah. Do that, mate.
Later, Gators. Bye-bye.
Later, Gator.
Later, Gator. See you later, people. Take it easy.